Women. Who needs them? Can't live with them. Can't live without them. My name's Andrew Tate, and welcome to the Christmas special. I'm here with also Tristan Tate.
Hello, brother.
I nearly let the fucking thing on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cancel Me Now, the Christmas special. It's great to be here. We are sitting here having a couple of beers, a couple of bloody whatsies. We've even got producer Gabe. Welcome to the show.
Howdy, howdy.
This is what Gabe looks like, everyone.
This is what Gabe looks like. What a
Handsome young specimen.
hot bloke. I tell you, Merry Christmas. Now, the idea behind this show today was to basically give everyone something to do on Christmas night, because I know for a lot of people they struggle on Christmas Eve. Some people struggle.
Can be a tough time for people.
A lot of people aren't around family, or family's no longer with us, so there's a million other things going on. But
You're with your Cancel Me Now family.
you got a family with us, so that's the main thing. And I thought it would be good to do it after the big day. Like, everyone's stressed out about Christmas Day and freaking out. I know in my family, everyone's freaking out about the fucking food and all this shit. And,
Can be a stressful time.
man, I wanted to make a ham for Christmas. It was like I was saying I wanted to fucking root Santa or something. Like, you wouldn't believe it. Like, it's outrageous.
Nothing's good for loneliness too, like nicotine and alcohol too. It's it'll cure anything. Cure cancer.
That should be a band name: nicotine and alcohol.
I mean, it's my favourite.
It's definitely a song name.
What's happening, fellas? How's going?
Mate, good.
Happy?
Very, very pleased.
How's the Chrissy prep?
Chrissy prep is good. Now, this is going out on Christmas Day, so we have to play pretend. Excuse
They
me,
know. They know.
My security cameras are going off because we're out the back. But
Oh, really?
yeah,
I was wondering why they kept
we
vibrating.
did plan on having this right in the backyard, but she's a bit windy today. And we all said we'd wear some nice, colourful Christmas attire. Bluey, you got a party shirt on. Tell us about it.
This is about as Christmassy as I get. This is
Okay.
this is a party season, so
Yep.
I'm the party shirts come out. I have a selection of party shirts that come in heavy rotation this time of year. Went with the a leafy themed one this year. Not as good as yours. Take us through your
Yeah. Show
you've
the
got on,
camera
mate.
properly.
Thanks for asking. I'll. Do you want to have a fucking suck on my soya, you little bastard? This. Read it out to the people, Bluey.
that says Christmas lights are a lot like Epstein. They just don't hang themselves. Jeffrey Epstein didn't hang himself. He was murdered.
Now let's and Gabe, you've dressed as you normally do. Thank you.
Thanks for getting in the spirit of it, mate.
Let's jump into the Christmas spirit. You said you brought some hats.
I did. I bought some Christmas themed hats for
Let's
the
do
people.
it, because my hair is atrocious.
Right,
at
we've
this
got a
point.
couple. I've got everyone's name here
You've had a fresh
because
fade.
there's a bunch of silly hats.
These
Righto.
mics are gonna be covered in ash.
That's right. New year, new
Righto.
mics.
When we take the podcast inside next, the mics are gonna be completely singed.
I like that though.
Yeah, it'll be good. So
Alright.
what's this? I get the.
The first name that gets pulled out is the first person to pick which hat they want to wear for the rest of the show.
So I'm assuming there's a couple of shit hats. If there's an order, then
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
got to be fucking.
You got one?
Isaac, you get first choice, mate.
Yes,
Yeah.
fucking oath.
First cab off the rank.
Now this one's courtesy of Claire.
Oh, beautiful. I like that. That is some reindeer ears. Then
This
what have we
one's
got?
the classic.
Yes, that's
So
mine
is that for the
sure.
second? Is that for
Yeah.
the second name?
No.
So
It's,
this is
I
the
get to
choices.
choose. I get first pick.
All right, then we got
Santa's groin.
Santa's groin.
So I'm going to base this off one thing, and it's basically my head
Head
size.
shape.
I assume that's the good one.
And the
Oh, there's more.
and the final one, little elf legs.
Elf legs.
I'm happy with this, to be
You
honest.
taking that?
I'd run that. Yeah, I'll go. I'm gonna go with mine. We'll pick the names out. Gabe, you can. I'm next anyway.
Okay, cool. You want which one do you want?
Good question. Again, I'm gonna go on head size here.
You don't want the antlers?
Yeah, good, but it just hurt my head, to be honest. It'll just hurt my head. Good work, Gabe. You've done very well. Now we usually do. Do we want to do it? We got each other presents. Do you want to do those straight
You're
away?
taking
or,
that one,
or do
Blue?
we want
I'll
to?
have this one.
Okay.
Do we want to wait a little bit to get into the presents?
Have a few beers and we'll get into the prezzies.
All right.
We've
Warm
done a
up.
Secret Santa.
We've done a secret.
Well,
Santa.
not really. We just everyone got everyone a gift, right?
Yeah.
Or I just got everyone a gift, and
No,
you
we
two
got
got
each
each
other
other.
presents.
No, I got everyone a gift. Now my I've got a few grievances to air
On the potty.
to start us off. I know I talked about Yeti coolers the other day, but I'm going to do it again. Fuck ya. My beers don't fit and they rattle around.
Is this the same Yeti that we were
talking
Not
about
happy about?
last week? But I tell you what, Gabe said. He said if you put a stubby a bottle lid at the bottom doesn't rattle as much.
I got this from a comment actually, so if you're watching, shout out to you.
Not as bad. So I
Shouldn't have to, mate.
No, you shouldn't.
That's fucking dog shit, Yeti.
$40 they are. And
That's fucking, and you still got to put nah.
great for cans.
Yeah.
Great for cans, but life's not about cans.
It's like when you get a shit table at a restaurant, you got to fold up a coaster and put it under one of the rocky legs.
That's what it is. And
That's fucking dog
you
shit,
don't go to a 5-star restaurant.
Yeah,
Like-
you paid $70 for a steak and your table's fucking creepy.
I tell you where you don't get these problems when you buy Butterfield merch.
They won't rattle.
They won't rattle. They'll hold it and they'll never let go. Let me tell you that, ladies and gentlemen.
It's quality merchandise.
Fucking oath it is. You said you had some issues with your dog?
Yeah, we got dog issues. I tell you what, the first thing I need to get off my chest.
Uh-oh.
Is this what you put in the chat?
We're organising. Yeah. Oh, just like. You right?
Right.
Um,
Sorry, Jeffrey.
That's all right.
I don't
Sorry,
wanna-
yeah, don't
I don't want to insult Jeffrey's memory.
don't besmirch the Epstein name, mate. Whatever you do. So I'm organising finance. I've got the work ute.
Bit of finance. What are you doing?
Well, I'm switching the work ute's in my name at the moment. Want to put it in the business name.
Okay.
So this is honestly, I thought Ashton Kutcher was about to jump out and say you're getting punked because of what happened to me no more than an hour ago. So I won't name who it is.
Oh.
The finance mob.
Right.
But
You would.
They're like,
I would.
you would. It'll just ruin any chance I got of sorting this out. They're like, yeah, mate, we'll give you a call between 9 and 5 on Friday to sort this out. I was like, yeah, beauty. 4:59, the phone rings.
Oh.
As I was walking out the door, I was like, and then she had the shits at me because I didn't want to. I was like, no, I'm leaving the house now. I'm not doing this right now. She goes, oh, well, we did organise the time. I was like, are you fucking serious, cunt? Like,
No, you did not organise a time.
I
You
said,
gave
no,
me a day.
telling me business hours on a Friday is not organising a time. This is insane. And then I was like, this has to be a joke. Like, this is not how you conduct business. So that fucking bothered me. Then the next thing that's annoying me, our dog wakes me up at 4 o'clock every morning to get fed.
So what happened with the finance?
Well, I just told her I'll talk to you Monday. I said, ring me on Monday. And she goes,
Was she like
"Call
dirty
you
at
between
you?
9 and 5.
How much do you need? Do you need Uncle Butts to
No. The money's, we've
you
got the
need
money. I've just got it. It's
Andrew Butts to?
Was it a woman?
Oh, here we go. Look at Andrew Tate over
Yeah, that's
here.
what I'm
Go
saying.
on.
I got the gar.
You know it was a woman.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking women. I tell you this.
So that was torture.
I don't know if I've told you blokes about this, but I've been given approval to go ahead and talk about something. I'm going to mention it in a video next week.
This is huge.
We're talking on the top of having bad interactions with people. Did I tell you about the email I received talking mad shit about me?
I know.
The established titles one?
No.
Was it the Jetstar one? Oh, you
No.
was going to say you got to specify.
Let me go through my emails.
Was it established titles? No. Jetstar? No. Was it any of the people you made videos about this year? No.
Isaac calls every message an email. He'll
Oh,
get a
like
DM.
inboxes?
Yeah, and he's like, I got an email.
It's like when I'm planning on listening to audiobooks for the BBC, but I will be telling people that I've been reading books.
Yeah,
even though
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
listening to audiobooks.
Hang
Same
on,
thing.
I wasn't really listening because I was trying to find this thing. What are you saying about me?
I said
Dave?
you call every message an
Don't
email.
fucking leave the fucking thing on the fucking table, you cunt.
Yeah, put it in there. Have some.
Am
manners.
I telling a lie?
Oh yeah. So
Do
when
you refer to every DM as an email?
My wife's going to come here and knock you out, mate. And I can't wait for it. So I can't exactly say what was happening in this situation. I've been asked by a good friend of mine to not go into. Or did I talk about this on the pod? I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, I'll remind you.
I got an email. Have we talked about that?
No,
No. Here we go.
don't think so.
So I was trying to arrange a venue for something, okay? I can't tell you what it is, but just know that I was trying to arrange a venue. Now, this venue is currently run by people who you would probably think are quite left-wing. And I ran into some issues trying to organise it. And basically, I got the go-ahead, and then they said no. They said no after some time because it went to the boss, and the boss knew who I was. So I got an email saying, also... So they said no, and they said also, just wanted to note that Isaac Butterfield's openly homophobic, transphobic, racist, Islamophobic, misogynistic, and fatphobic views do not align with, beep, their own views, and we would not be willing to work with him and give him a platform to continue to promote his extremeful, harmful ideas. And
that's the big six.
and I mean, they left out arachnophobic and fucking claustrophobic.
Anaphylactic.
Anaphylactic.
That's funny.
And you love the Islams.
Do I fucking what? Do I what? I love everybody. This is madness. This is crazy. Like, people say to me, "Oh, you should do more of these videos." I can't get anywhere because everyone's fucking going, "Nah, he's not welcome because he's a big piece of shit." I was filthy about that. I really was. I was quite hurt. Quite hurt.
Understandably.
Not because people say these things, but I've heard all these things before. It's fine, but more or less that the people who watch the videos don't get to experience it because of some fucking idiot who won't let me go to X, Y, or Z because I'm these phobias or the icks. They end in the icks, So
that sucks.
I was pretty pissed about that.
Yeah, you don't mind getting banned from like shitty fucking RSLs on the Central Coast and stuff. Like that's fine. That doesn't matter.
Oh, I was just like, I read it at like 9 o'clock on a Monday morning. I was like, oh my God. I didn't know I was all these things.
That's a bad start to the week.
Like, people call me sexist. I film these fucking ghost documentaries. I film them with 3 women.
Yeah.
2 elderly women, might I add, and Claire.
People, we've spoken about this, a lot on this podcast, but, it's an act. It's a joke. You're a comedian. But people are like, no, he said a bad thing. That means... That's what it is.
I think they just see
He's
his
that.
thumbnails.
It's like, no.
It is, well, it is clickbait, it is thumbnails, it's all of those things. And it's much like, I read this article about Rogan the other day, and in Australia they were saying they were pissed off that, it's actually a video I'm going to send to you to edit, or I have sent it to you to edit. It's coming out. It came out this week, actually. It came out this week.
You've seen it already.
Yeah, well done, Isaac. And this lady's just like, oh, well, Joe Rogan's harmful because of his racist and misogynistic views. And she went to the... for the racist thing she said about when he used the N-word. And
that's not great.
No,
But he was quoting people,
he was
right?
quoting people. He was quoting
I'm
jokes.
not fully informed, but that's what I'm under the
He
impression
was
of.
quoting jokes, and then he...
Yeah, but don't say it.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Boys, I'm as Team Rogan as they come. Don't say it.
I agree.
Yeah, see,
But also,
comes-
people were kind of
comes
throwing it
left-wing.
around 10 years ago, right?
Here comes left-wing Bluey on Christmas Day. Can you believe it? I love when left-wing Bluey comes
His
out.
alter ego.
He talks this mad game about...
How's it left wing? I don't want to say the N-word.
I don't want to say it either. And I...
But no, if you're so right wing, how about you say it right now?
It's,
Now go on.
It's left wing not to say it.
Right, listen up.
I'll just bleep anything he says, so it just looks like
This
he
is
said
a message to the...
There was a bleep there. Now they think you said it. Now you won't get into anywhere.
No, it's...
That would be... You want to get cancelled? That's the one.
Yeah, 100%.
No, I remember one time...
Do that.
But they couldn't do it to Joe.
Rogan using that word, and he was quoting a joke, and if you don't use the word in the joke, then it doesn't work.
Yeah, but you're not telling the joke. You're quoting it. But you don't have to say it.
Hang on. Let's...
Yeah, it's not like it was his joke,
Hang
I
on.
suppose.
What's the difference between telling a joke and quoting it?
So if you're on stage telling a joke to try and make an audience laugh,
Sure.
you're telling a joke. If I'm telling a story about the joke you told, I'm quoting it.
So it's
I
not
don't
like
have
gonna
to
be
say-
funny. Yeah.
I'm not trying to. I'm just telling the story about it. I don't have to say the N word.
from memory.
It's like if it's a Dave Chappelle bit I want to tell you about, right?
Well, I think it was a bit by... Who was it by?
Anyway, he shouldn't have said it.
Well, no, and that's what he came out and said. I don't say it. Like, not on camera. I don't say it.
In mixed company.
But with all you fucking lefties out there, Josh Nielsen. But no, I don't say it. And I had this argument in America. Did I tell you I went to America? When I went over there and I was on this podcast, and this guy, did I tell you about that? He turns up and he goes, right, we should be able to say N. And just
But
hard.
was saying it.
He was saying it, and I was just like,
So because you're quoting him, should you say
You
the
should
word?
say it right
No,
now.
you're
'cause
right, I
quoting
should.
him.
Yeah.
So he walked in, and but he was like saying, and I said, "Listen, mate, I understand what you're saying. You know,
Please stop saying.
just yeah, because I was like, fuck, this is gonna get clipped.
Yeah,
and
you're gonna be there like.
I'm there going. It just cuts to me going.
Yeah.
So no, it was that was terrifying. But
Yeah.
but no, you shouldn't say the N word, Josh.
I mean, if there's one
agree with you.
thing I want to tell people this Christmas is just don't say the N word.
Like,
Unless you mean it.
I don't know. I think you should be able to say it to some. Like, you should be able to say it to your grandma.
You really got to.
Like, if your grandma's white, you should be able to say it to her.
No, she should be able to say it.
She probably does.
Have you
Yeah.
watched? I haven't watched it yet, but have you watched Harry and Meghan yet?
No.
Tim Dillon was like, it didn't happen, but he's like the Queen called
Yeah.
Meghan and the N word. She didn't. But
I heard she did.
I heard she did too.
Well,
And
is,
she- and
is
she
the story
really-
she's black?
Yeah, she's
Megan's not black.
yeah,
The
She's
yarn
not
is
like-
she's some ethnicity, right?
she's black.
She's
So African American?
She's black.
not.
She doesn't look it.
She's not super black.
What's her surname?
She looks like a what? Starts with M. I was only talking to my missus about
Markle.
this. Yep.
Markle.
Just gonna Google Meghan Markle
Even,
race.
even Markle, thanks.
Just want to hedge a few bets.
I reckon she's
No,
Dominican.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know when you look at her, you look like you're looking at a white woman.
Oh, go.
I'm cancelled.
We're
Producer
just gonna
Gabe's
go
cancelled.
mixed race, Caucasian dad, African American mum.
African American.
Half black, half
So
white.
she can say it.
Like a cup of tea.
I think what we're referring to is there's an Andrew Tate video going around, and because we're smoking cigars and shit, we're talking about Andrew Tate, and he was basically suggesting that she shouldn't be playing the race card because she appears quite white.
White.
So if you are, do you think, Bluey, if you are a black person, like you've got a black father or a black mother and a white, and the other parent is white, but you appear extremely white, do you think you still suffer from racism?
Like you? What do you mean?
Like, would you still be someone who something racist could happen to, even though you appear extremely
Yeah,
white?
100%.
Why? How?
Because they
isn't-
get called like light skin and stuff all the time.
No, but
I
but if no
suppose.
one knew,
Because
Then how would anyone? That's
that's the
Exactly.
point. Like, if you appear,
yeah. But if you go around telling people, like, but then if people,
do know.
that's a weird question. Yeah, like if people know, then they might. People
Yeah,
can-
that's
like,
a
you
fair
can have
point
it for
too.
everything,
That's a
like,
fair point too.
Yeah.
Now I know when you're in your lefty circle, there's
Or you guys not using the N word out
Lefties.
Everyone, that's such a good, like, your definition of lefty. Anyone who doesn't use the N word. Soft lefty pussies.
Now he's not getting let in any venues.
for the record, no one on this show uses the N word.
No, not when the cameras are on.
No, we don't. We don't.
No, there's no way.
We
And
don't.
that's why it's funny. There's no way.
Because it's the same with
it's
like
insane.
it's the same with words you use, derogatory words towards Aboriginal people. Like I would never say the C word. I would never say the abo. I wouldn't say abo. I've said
As
abo.
he says it.
No, but
well,
You never call someone that.
no, I would never say you're
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
filthy, whatever. But I have said it when I had Graham Abo Henry on the show. He's an Aboriginal man whose nickname is that.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a tricky one. But
Context.
I think anything you say about someone, if you call it a Hispanic person a spick or whatever, and you say it to them with hatred, or even if you say you're a fucking white dog or whatever, which
Intent.
which Claire calls me occasionally, I think
You are a white dog.
the intent is to hurt and to harm and to make them feel bad about things they can't change, and that's not okay.
No.
Agreed.
And I know that a lot of people are out there going, like, Gabe, like, you should be able to say it to everyone. And I said, no. No, Gabe.
And that's where we say, that's why we actually have you on camera today, Gabe.
It's an
It's an
intervention.
intervention.
Yeah, we've
Your
actually...
use of the N word is out of control.
People watching this know we put some hot takes out, and one of the hot takes was white people should take back the N word. And to be fair,
we
white
should-
people did invent it, right?
It's our word.
I don't agree with it, but that's the funny side.
That's a
of
hot
it.
take.
That's the funny side.
That is a hot take.
Oh, fucking very hot. That's a steaming.
That's
Yeah.
a scorching
That
take.
is, that is a good God, I've got melanoma take.
Now I know it's Christmas Day when everyone's watching this.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your organisation levels for Christmas, boys. Obviously, we've just come into the Butterfield kingdom. The cart, the tree.
Welcome.
I know this is Christmas Day, but the tree is looking healthy.
Yeah.
The tree itself looks sensational, and let me tell you, there's some prezzies under it.
Yeah, well, literally, this is the crazy thing. Not one of the... So we're recording this a couple of days before Christmas because we don't like each other that much to see us on Christmas.
There's no way we would ever do this on Christmas
No, we have
Day. What are
people
you,
we care about
insane?
to see.
Maybe next Christmas.
Maybe next
Maybe. If things go bad and I have to move in
If
here.
my
then-
whole family finds out about this N-word business.
Yeah, Isaac actually gets cancelled and he moves into my house.
That Gabe started. He started it. Anyway.
Your tree's looking healthy.
Yeah, but none of the presents under the tree are actually for myself or for Claire. They're all for, well, the vast majority are for our neighbour, the little fella,
Nice.
who we absolutely adore. And we
you,
got him.
You two are so clucky.
Well, we're about to pop out a.
Imagine
mate,
being that kid.
You're not about to. You got.
Oh, he's going to have the best
How
Christmas.
long
Yeah.
has got till you?
22nd of April is the due date.
Oh,
So,
that's
not
that's
long.
gonna come around quick.
Yeah, I know. So they're going to be some interesting podcasts and all that. I honestly don't know how it's going to all go down. Like
You'll go very soft, I reckon. Once this kid turns up, you're
I'm
gonna
fine
be
with that. I'm fine with
You'll
that.
be like, it'll be it's not going to be the same.
All these videos like, I was wrong about feminism.
Yeah. Actually, body positivity is okay. You shouldn't use the N word.
Nah, that's too far.
Yeah.
Never.
I don't know. I wonder how I will be after having a bean.
You guys will be amazing.
Mate, I cannot wait. Honestly, like
You're so pumped.
I'm super pumped. Like, I'm scared, and everyone's like, people love telling you like negative stories about it. They're like, "Oh, mate, you're never gonna sleep again, and you're gonna fucking hate your life." But
you'll be fine.
They're probably right about
Claire
the
that's got to
sleep.
deal with that. You'll be sweet.
yeah, I'm the. You know,
That's Claire's job.
I'm the man in the relationship. So
Exactly.
You know, after I go to the pub, the brothel, Gabe drives me around and drops me at the brothel. You know, I'll be fine.
You
But
should, if you stop making content when the baby gets here.
No, I won't
Completely.
stop.
No. But like hypothetically, right?
I'll be
Say
out of
like
job.
it changes your life. Keep Gabe on his money and just have him drive you around and do stuff for you anyway.
I'm his babysitter instead.
Yeah. Get him to like
you
look
could be
after
a-
the kid.
you could be a babysitter.
Is that a compliment?
Well,
I don't know. I don't know
No,
how to
it's
take
part
that.
of your salary.
I wonder what Gabe could. What if, let's say I've got no videos next week, but I got to pay Gabe his exorbitant wage.
Well, for 40 hours work, mate, you could get a lot done. Well, I'll tell you one thing you're not doing. You're not washing any dishes and you're not touching any clothes.
No.
That lawn, if it's a bit long, he's mowing that.
Oh,
Bins
that would be
out.
all right.
Pretty much everything. And then maybe dock him a few hours too, because you can't fill what needs to be done in 40 hours. So maybe pay him half a week's wage and get him to do everything.
All the chores.
I mean, obviously Gabe's overpaid now, but imagine if we were paying him $1,600 a week. He'd be the highest paid.
I don't think Jamie from the Joe Rogan Experience gets $1,600.
You know how much Jamie gets a week? $40.
He's,
That's all
he gets
Rogan.
900.
he's a frugal man.
He gets
I
900
admire
flat.
it.
$900 a fortnight he gets. $40 an hour, and he only works. If I actually like made you write down the hours you work, I would probably have to get like workplace, like WorkSafe over, because I might have to like take your head off.
You should get there's an app, there's a thing that is called Zero, XERO.
I have
know
zero.
Yeah, so of course you got Zero.
Actually, we
so you
shouldn't
should
mention
use it
Sponsor
because
show zero.
there's an Zero sponsored this episode. You can get there's like part of the app you can get him to clock on and clock off. So he should be like, I mean, this is just coming from someone
Yeah.
who's in management.
Yeah, let's
You should be. I mean, if I'm not suggesting that Gabe's taking a piss at all.
well, there's a few.
As if that wouldn't be
I'm
the
not saying-
easiest thing to finesse.
I'm not saying Gabe's taking you for a ride or anything, mate.
It is Christmas, and I have, I got to think about our baby, and Gabe, this will
You're
be your
thirsty,
last
mate.
episode.
It's Friday, mate.
Oh, my last episode.
This is your last episode. This is your
that's
first.
that's my
This
Christmas
is your
present.
Christmas present. It's you fucking.
We
What
brought
about
you on the show to sack you.
How about this? Our fucking poor neighbours. They got given, and I won't say their names or anything because I can't remember. You're dribbling on me. They got given
That's a
they're in a rental, and they got given, you got to get out
Oh no!
Mm.
just
notice.
before Christmas.
That's terrible.
Oh.
How bad's that?
How much notice did they get?
They
They
got
got to
like,
move out on Christmas Day.
no, they got like 30 days because they went in and said, and I've done this before, and this is a shout out to people who rent. You fucking losers.
Common men like me.
I rent.
I rented up until I bought this,
Yeah.
but most people rent. Like, if I didn't do YouTube, how the fuck would I afford a house? Like, I don't understand how people afford houses on normal wages.
Not at the moment.
No.
Wait, can you chuck this in that box?
Wait, can you fucking
Sorry,
shut
sorry,
up?
sorry. Yeah.
Is this the bin?
Yeah. I just didn't think you knew.
You throw that in there, my big dig. If let's say you do a 12-month lease, if you then at the end of that 12-month lease, the people come to you and say, "Hey, listen, we don't want to extend another 12 months or 6 months. Can we just go by month?"
Like a continuation.
Yeah, that then, and I might be wrong here.
I've
and
done
I'm
this.
sure
There's every chance you're wrong.
there's probably some real estates in the comment section, and let me just tell you this: you're not welcome here. Fuck off, you absolute ass wipes. Basically, you can, instead of being like only given 3 months, like if you're in a 12-month lease, they have to give you 3 months before you have to get kicked out. I think it drops it down to like 28 days or whatever.
That stinks.
So that was a bit of a shame, a bit of Grinch action.
Real kick in the pants just before Christmas.
Yeah, a real Grinch action.
How's your how are the boys' festive vibes this year? Because I'm not going to be honest. Christmas, well, it is Christmas Day, but in the build up, haven't felt super festive. In that, like, I suppose it's just because I've been super busy at work and stuff. I haven't actually stopped and been like, oh, it's Christmas. But like, I don't know. What do you guys reckon?
Have you driven around with your partner Jesse's inside, Have you driven around with Jesse and sort of looked at Christmas?
There's some cool lights around.
Have you like played Christmas carols with your partner and in the car and stuff?
Nah.
Well, Claire and I do that every fucking night.
You would.
We
Yeah, I know you
love
would. I know you
Christmas,
would.
man.
Carols?
Yeah, we listen to
I
carols
like Christmas
in the car.
songs, but I don't know about carols.
Well, no, well, they're the same thing.
I would like
okay,
to. I'm not anti-Christmas at all. I love
I like-
Christmas.
I agree.
don't know,
I
But
agree.
I would just say this year it feels like it's just snuck up.
It's not hitting.
There hasn't been like like 1st of December. You're like, let's go. It's Christmas time. Like it just feels like this year.
Is this your first year running a company?
This is my no. We had the business last year, but it was like
Wasn't as hectic.
it wasn't as hectic. This year's been crazy busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose my focus has been elsewhere.
Straight into
But
one.
I'm so pumped.
Sorry,
It's the best time of
I was
year.
just checking the volume.
It's the best time of year. Like it's so
Agreed,
good.
agreed. Silly season, Christmas.
Mate, and this
Australia
beautiful-
Day's coming up.
This beautiful period now between Christmas Day and New Year's, when you don't even know what day it is, it's just ham, stubbies, catching up with mates. You're drunk like pretty much every day. It's beautiful.
Is summer
It's
easily the best season?
Mate, summer, Christmas. I feel
Mate,
pity.
Winter's the best season.
Real.
I'm a winter man. As a pale man, I'm
I
a winter
love
man myself.
winter.
But I love a summer, Christmas. I think we're so lucky that you can just like Barbies.
I'd love to experience it. I'm sure you have
I'm with you,
a
somebody.
white Christmas.
I've had a few-
Not bad.
Maybe even this Christmas.
Not
This
bags.
one will be what? No, Christmas is in the snow. I believe you're referring to, not
cocaine.
Amphetamine use, yeah.
That is illegal. I would
It
like
is.
to point
and
out.
I would never do it.
No, but yeah, no. I think it's a beautiful time of year. You get together with the people you don't want to see.
But once that's out of the way,
but what I think when you're in like a tight relationship with your partner, I think it's a really cool thing to do.
It's sick.
And we're pumped for next year because we're just like
it'll be a little family.
we have a little family and it's all about the little.
That's when
fella
Christmas will start to be like awesome. I
Yeah,
reckon.
well, we want to make because I always remember when I found out about Santa Claus that I was just devastated. I was like,
My
what?
brother cried.
Yeah, yeah.
One of my best Christmas memories actually was we've got like cousins and stuff in Sydney, and my granny, she was in Campbelltown. Shout out Western Sydney.
Cousins, eh? You,
Bam Bam Tui Vasa. I'm half black, yes.
Hence why I say
But you know the old like Santa comes in, you leave cookies out for Santa,
yeah,
and
yeah.
a couple of carrots for the reindeer.
Yep.
This is one of the greatest Christmas memories ever. So we got up Christmas morning, and the dining table that they'd left the treats on was smashed in half.
Oh.
like completely obliterated. And we were like, and my uncles and stuff were like, you're not gonna the reindeer. When they were getting the carrots because there was like half-eaten biscuits.
I
and
love
carrots,
this.
and we were like, holy shit, that is
Yeah.
what that was like. I was like,
And
Santa's
you
real.
and you buy it so hard.
And then
eh?
learned a few years later that my uncle was Paro and fell through the table.
That's great.
Awesome
He was
cover up.
hammered drunk and fell through the table. None of us woke up. And they went, oh shit. Took a few bites out of the carrots and the biscuits and left them there. And then we all got up and were like, no way. It was like almost
love
better
that
than the
shit.
prezzies.
I love
It was
How
great.
cute is that?
It was great.
The
It was
whole
so
idea
good.
about the carrots, and I don't know if most people do this, but my old man used to like bite into the carrots, spit them everywhere. Look at
Yep.
That's exactly what they've done. I fancy that was also a drunk uncle looking for a late night feed.
Well, I know when I turned 18 and I got pissed at the pub because Dudley Pub used to have this massive Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve was like the biggest night up there.
It was packed.
Probably
like-
still is.
Well, the last couple of years it hasn't been.
Yeah. COVID.
True.
Yeah, and I remember when Claire and I started going out, and I said, "Oh, I go up to the pub on Christmas Eve," and her family like has a big like family thing on
Nice.
Christmas Eve. She was like flabbergasted that
Yeah.
I would
Go to a
you
pub.
Go to a pub.
It
What
is
the
quite
fuck?
it is quite a funny Aussie tradition to go and get shit faced on.
Well,
'cause-
I think it's English too, isn't it?
Yeah, I
'Cause
think so.
everyone's home.
But and a lot of people come from away. But it is quite funny to go and get obliterated on Christmas Eve with all your mates. It's mad. But then and you're just so dusty.
It
Christmas
ruins
Day.
Christmas.
Yeah.
It ruins the
Yeah.
You
food.
do it every year, and you're like,
Nah.
fuck. Like you get up dusty, you're like struggling through giving out prezzies, and like it's the best.
I remember one
There'll be a
year-
lot of people watching this who have just done this with
Yeah.
their day.
Yeah.
Myself
You're
included.
hungover as fuck.
I'll have done the exact
Mate,
same
one
thing.
Christmas I was so fucked, and it ruined the whole day. It ruined it.
You just push a bit of food around your plate.
There was no oysters. There was no prawns. It was just sipping like Coke. I
And
was
someone
just
offers you a beer, and you're like, "Oh, you want a beer, mate? Well, fuck off."
But I've had this issue over the last few years with my little brother Finton.
Oh, not fuck.
Fucking Finton. He okay.
I just remember Bluey's reaction. Like,
Shout
fuck
out
that
a little
cunt.
Finny boy. He's 17 now, and he basically still bitches and moans about getting presents early. Like he gets up
Wait.
at 8 o'clock and he's like, "Come on, let's do presents." It's ridiculous because I've got to, I've got to take the dogs over to Claire's parents' house. I do that. They only live like 5 minutes away, but then I've got to drive 20 minutes to mum and dad's house, and I don't want to get up.
And you got to do them together.
Yeah.
I don't want to do I don't want to get up crack of dawn on Christmas Day. Like, let's sleep in till 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then go.
It's meant to be. It's a bit of R&R. It's a bit of everything. It's like family time, but also like we're all adults now. It's about kicking back.
Yeah, so I'd turn up and Dad would be like, "Well, why the fuck are we in such a hurry? Chill the fuck out." And like Finter's going, "Nah, come on."
Last
We're
time I
sitting
was
in
like
there.
that, I got a super soaker. I was like 7, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Let's go."
Yeah. I
Not
do miss feeling that, but waking up on Christmas and just being like, let's fucking open
Well,
these
Yeah.
presents.
you and Finton can hang out on Christmas. 'Cause I'm sick of it. Like, let me
Do
sleep.
you not
in.
remember that emotion, though?
No, I do. It was
Yeah.
beautiful, but I grew up and I realised how much Christmas fucking costs.
What's the best?
Great
What's
point.
your what's the best present you've ever got?
I was thinking to ask this as well.
I got this Pirates of the Caribbean full-size ship when I was like 10.
What, like a?
Fools, an actual ship.
You can take it out.
That's
like
how
the
you afforded
quarry.
this house.
All right, I might be exaggerating. It was big, all right? It was probably like 2 feet long. It was big.
Wow.
bastard.
It was a big ship.
That's pretty sick.
That's
and,
awesome.
and it had firing cannons.
Did you get that last year? Was that?
Claire got it for me this year. I got to open it early. But yeah, it was a great present. What
That's
else has
nice.
I got? Oh, I also proposed to Claire on Christmas Day. So
Did
this
you?
is- yeah. So this
Just
is,
so you could remember the
Nice.
anniversary.
well, then you don't have to get an extra gift.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
I like
so
that.
This is great minds here. So my beautiful partner Jessie is actually here at the moment, and so Jessie's birthday is the 2nd of January, and I asked her out on the 3rd of January.
Nice.
So 1, can't forget. 2, generally can amalgamate the prezzies.
Do you know,
2 birds, 1 stone.
I asked Claire out on Valentine's Day.
Nice.
Yeah, tactic.
This is Gabe.
Yeah.
This is higher level of thinking. This is 4D chess.
Yes.
Oh,
This is men
love it.
who know what's
money's what.
This
They
is
know
just
how to spend
this
their money.
is blokes who know that they got bad
Bills.
short-term memory.
Correct.
Yeah, but if
I should
anyone
have done
listening-
this. I should have done this.
Yeah, you ask him out at a date that's going to be easy to remember.
What's your best present on Christmas Day?
Fuck, man? We got. That's a great question. Jeez, I tell you, like,
You
Jesus.
asked it, you fucking idiot.
it is. That's why it's a great question.
Jesse got me a bag last year.
I got. This is fun. I got this Garmin watch last year.
Yeah.
Love it so much.
Sponsor of the show, yep.
Garmin, great friend
Thanks
of the
for
show.
sponsoring,
Yeah.
Garmin.
Like I love practical stuff now. The older you get, it's like stupid. My
100%.
dad actually, about 5 or 6 years ago, he got me a NutriBullet, but then he also got me this huge pallet of fresh fruit,
Oh, wow.
and I was like, "That's awesome!" Like, because I use my NutriBullet every day. I use my watch I love practical stuff, but as a kid, we got an N64 one year.
Yeah.
The old N64. I
Gun.
think it had GoldenEye or something with it. Like, you remember the old James Bond GoldenEye?
Iconic.
That
game.
was pretty much. Like, it was one of them ones where like you thought it was coming, and then you open the box and you were just like, the head just exploded.
it.
You're like, and
That's
then
what you did the rest of the
day's
day.
like, no one is even looking at this thing.
Oh,
this is
dude.
me and the TV. Like,
I've got a
let's go.
photo of me sitting on my bed when I would have been 8 years old, 7 years old, with a like the Pokemon Gold or Blue or
The Game Boy game.
the Game Boy and a Game Boy.
Nice.
like
fuck.
which Game Boy?
Nice Game Boy Color.
Not a color or
If it
Boy
was gold
it
or
was a
silver, it
colour.
would have been a color.
Yeah, Game Boy Color. Yeah.
Those were classic.
Yeah. And that was just like,
Jeez, this is nostalgic.
oh well,
This is
Christmas all
nice.
about
Let's open
this.
some presents.
Do you want to open some? Let's open some.
It's
Do you
Get
want
me
to do
kick-started.
prezzies?
All right, let's do prezzies.
Producer Gabe, go and get the prezzies.
Well, I don't know where Isaac's. Do you want
So
to go to last?
Do you want me to go last, or I think I should go last?
All right.
As
I'll
in-
get mine in blueies.
Yep.
And I'll give
We'll
you
start.
mine
We'll
first.
start like shittest to best. So Gabe, you grab yours.
yeah. No.
Obviously, I'm middle, and yes, you've obviously got us something nice. This would be funny because we said like, oh, $20. There's no. I feel like Isaac might have blown us out the water here with
No,
the
no,
$20.
no. I wouldn't do that. That's not cool.
It's funny though.
It is funny. It is funny to blow people out of the water.
It
I
is
love
funny to
doing that
embarrass
shit.
everyone. Christmas is great. Gabe's gone to some lengths with the wrapping here.
You're in the blue.
You've
Thank
wrapped
you,
it.
mate.
Bluey in the blue.
Thank you, Gabe.
Thank you, Gabe.
Are they specific?
Yeah, they are actually. I'll tell you.
So should we do Gabe's first?
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah,
Gabe's
just
first.
put-
I'll give you these in a second.
All right. Do they need to go in any order? Are they similar? or?
I think you open them at the same time.
Okay. This is great.
This is like.
See, this is
This
fun,
is like
right? This is
Christmas.
fun.
What do we get?
You would
Uncle
think
Gabe?
it is Christmas.
Oh, I got shoes. They're not in my size though.
If these are Crocs, I'm gonna lose it.
Oh no.
Even better.
Birkenstocks. Are they legit Burkos?
Fuck no.
No way.
Target.
Jesse's
Target Birkenstocks.
My beautiful part.
Everyone in the show, they knows how much Bluey loves the Birks. I've had a stab at the sizes. Isaacs were just the biggest ones I could find.
Well, probably
thank
nailed
you.
it.
That is my size. Thank you, mate.
The irony
Oh,
is,
they're
as much
not
as I've,
bad.
as much as I've bagged them, I will use these every day
For the rest of the day.
Oh,
So when I go to the gym in the morning, I shower, and before I put my work boots on, I put some crap Nautica
that's what I do
slides
with the
on.
Crocs.
Well, I'm going to be wearing these now. This is
Mate,
mate,
how good's
Gabe.
this?
This is
I've
that is
done
not a bad
alright.
present.
Do I have a job now?
No, you're
Yeah.
still fine.
Oh, I was going to say yes.
That's
so-
I love the shoe boxes too. Thank you, mate. That's very.
Well,
very
that's the Q&A box from the live show.
So we can't. We have to keep that. We have to keep that.
Fuck
Thank you,
yeah.
mate. That's it.
That's-
I'm going to put them on right now.
I've got mine on. This is very exciting.
That's awesome.
I'm glad you. I mean,
You've outdone my present.
great.
Yeah, that's it. I will actually use these.
We've actually got some viewers.
Yeah, we've got some, the neighbours are checking us
Oh,
out.
the neighbours.
Anyway, they're having
Guys,
fun.
guys.
He's going. Hey, bros. All right, Bluey, you're up, young man.
Righto, boys. So you each get. Isaac, that's for you.
Thank you.
And Gabe, that's
Now,
for you.
do you
go one at a time.
Right.
So whoever wants to
Gabe,
go
would you like to go first?
Okay,
mate?
I'll go first.
I love Secret Santa. How good's gifts?
How many gifts? So Gabe, obviously, for anyone who follows the podcast, Gabe wears Crocs.
I got some pins on my Crocs.
What pins
so
are
they're called gibbets.
Gibbets.
What the fuck?
So Gabe,
And they're the gayest pins.
The gayest. What do you mean the gayest?
so I got
What do
What do
Gabe
you think I mean?
They're gibbets for your Crocs. So they're like little pins that you put in your Crocs. And Gabe's obviously a bad bitch, so I've got him some bad bitch
Do you want to
gibbets.
show that one up too?
There's one.
It says girl power.
Yes, I love that, Gabe.
So one's some lipstick, one's some
beautiful.
sunnies. There's a naughty girl with pink hair, and you can rock them proudly in your Crocs, mate. There you go.
Thanks, mate. I nearly wore them.
Beautiful. All right. Oh, what is...
So Isaac, you're gonna have to. I don't know how much of this you're gonna be able to show on camera, but get it out anyway because it'll be funny. So obviously we've had a good giggle about your anxiety at random things that happen. So for you, mate, in the new year, I think you need to chill out a little bit. So I've got you some tally-ho papers, some filters, and a little nodge of marijuana.
Thanks, mate. Where'd you get that from?
Can't say his
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Are you re-gifting things?
No. I bought that especially for you. So
Thanks, brother.
just when you get any packages that stress you out or any random cords that come up. Or,
How much is that worth?
That's worth
Just a stick.
$20, mate. Secret Santa. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So,
I'll go and get
I
mine.
bought you some marijuana.
Thanks, mate. I'm sure Claire will really appreciate that.
Claire can smoke while she's pregnant, can't she? This is great. We should do gifts every episode. This is outstanding.
The worst part is I'm not going to use a single one of these.
Just keep them around, mate. Remember- you know what? Do you know the worst part about these things is?
You love
I'm going to
them.
wear them a lot.
That is going to be so funny.
I'm going to wear these a lot.
Well, you almost caught it. I went into Kmart looking for the Kmart Crocs,
Yeah.
and I was like, I couldn't find any. So
Yeah.
I've just gone right. The Birks are the next best.
I know I told this story. Oh, actually, I shouldn't say it because no, it doesn't matter. It's a croc-related story, but the guy who is in the story listens to the
Oh.
podcast. So.
Isaac's got one big bag and one little bag.
One's a Louis Vuitton Paris bag.
Oh shit!
All right, Gabe, this is for you.
This is gonna be the
prezzies every
small-
episode. This is outstanding. This
What
is great.
the
So
fuck?
Gabe's got a Louis Vuitton bag.
This is outstanding.
So
This is heavy.
There's two gifts in yours. It's a world-class collection of different beers.
Oh,
It's actually
We actually got a nice gift.
and there's one little gift on top for you as well.
look at that!
Just on top of it.
Stuck to it.
What is that?
I don't know.
It's
a clip.
It's a clip. What would it be a clip for?
Is it a money clip?
It's a money
I
clip.
knew. I was gonna. I was like, I've got to get him something money related.
It's a
'cause
money
he's
clip for the.
He's a money grabber.
And Bluey, this is for you.
Do you want
bro.
this
Thank
back?
you, mate.
No, that's yours.
Oh,
Bro.
okay.
That's for you. Yeah.
That's for all you.
Thank you for this,
That's for
mate.
your
Thank
weekly
you, thank
pay.
you. This is
No
awesome.
worries.
Here we go. All right.
This is
There's two things in
There's-
here. Should I get?
Yeah, you got the first gift,
the peppermint peckers.
peppermint
I
peckers.
assume this is because I got bad breath and I love cock.
Yeah, I think so. So they're penis-sized and penis-shaped.
Penis-sized.
Penis-sized.
Size of your penis.
Penis-sized mints.
I mean, for my penis, yeah, they're pretty much the same size. Yes.
Penis-shaped mints, which is delicious. Yum.
Nice. And I got bad breath, so.
And well,
perfect.
there's actually 3 gifts in there for you.
So we've got Willy shaped mints. Thank you very
Nice,
much, mate.
very
I
good.
might take one of them for a spin.
Very good.
I've also got a money clip.
You've
I
got
can
a
see on
money
the top of my box.
You've got a money clip.
Outstanding. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And in the
Oh, people.
And there's $5,000 for you as well. Merry Christmas.
Holy fuck.
Because you've worked so hard on the podcast all year, you deserve a gift.
There's a huge wad of cash in here.
$5,000.
Did you mix up the presents?
I think I might. That's actually just Gabe's weekly wage.
That.
It's already given.
That's awesome.
I can't take that.
That's awesome. People,
Merry-
you can stop
Merry
whinging
Christmas,
that I'm
young
getting
mate.
paid and Bluey's not now.
I honestly am speechless. I can't take this. We'll talk about it after the podcast.
I
That's
got it
insane.
out. I got it out.
I can see that. I can see that. I'm holding it.
Yeah.
This is my favourite Cancel Me Now moment.
That's
I'm gonna.
This is
cry.
wholesome.
You
This
don't-
is
that's
wholesome.
Crap.
Take your
Okay,
glasses off.
Merry
Take your
Christmas.
glasses off.
This
No.
is, so it's
Cry.
I'm not like
cry.
one of these Nelk boys that gives you our $50,000, but 5 will do.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this later. That's
Merry
insane.
Christmas, mate, and it's a nice box too.
Can I keep the box?
No,
That's
I
fucked.
need that box
That's
back.
fucked up.
Yeah,
I need the box back. So there you go, $5,000. Boom.
That's fucked. That's fucking.
He's writing that off.
Yeah, that's gone.
But no, thanks for your
That's a business
Thanks for your
expense.
$20 weed. I
Oh,
appreciate
yeah,
it.
when we were doing this, I was like, what was the budget again? Do you
Well,
remember
I
him
thought it was
saying
50,
that?
and then Bluey bring it down to 20.
Oh, I can't remember. But that's more than both. That's more than 50 and 20.
You are right, that is. But no, you deserve the cash. We've spoken about it, but there you go.
That's Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty.
Oh, he's
quiet when he
choked
says-
up.
Oh,
He's
that's
choked
just-
up.
oh, fuck.
That's beautiful.
We'll talk about it later. That's.
I'm a beautiful man.
I better pay for dinner after the episode's done. Then no. Jesus Christ.
Just invoice me, please.
Yeah.
So I can
Yeah.
explain it to my accountant.
What the fuck?
Now, we
Yeah, you're gonna have to move it on. Bluey's in.
Yeah, I got
fucking all
nothing.
sorts.
Just boys, leave me here for a couple
I just
of
like
minutes.
Christmas.
Yeah.
It's
Now-
a time for giving.
I'll tell you what, that gift was sure it was from me. But that was a lot to do with
I love just prop money.
a little pregnant Sheila that was we were like, what do we do for Bluey? Because he's been such a great part of the podcast and it's just as much his as it is mine. And Gabe, you've got 1% of it.
Mate, the way this is growing, I'll take 1%.
Yeah. 1% could be anything in a
It
few
will be,
years.
mate. It will
Yeah.
be.
Aren't
That's
we,
crazy, mate. That's
Aren't we 1%ers? Aren't we
like bikey.
Cancel Me Now 1%ers?
I don't know if I'm game enough to
Can
claim
you
it.
throw me the
all right.
light? I need to smoke
No,
after
okay,
that.
we're not 1%ers. We're 5%. No,
Yeah.
what are we? 25%.
Yeah, we'll take that.
33.3.
Yeah, so I don't know where I was going with that. But bikies, yeah, don't come at me. Cancel me now. We should have a bikie on the show.
Honestly, yeah. I don't know if they're game enough to come on, but that's a good idea.
Well, look at this setup here. We could go anywhere. We
Yeah.
could go to a hotel. If someone's, if someone, well, we are
Yeah,
filming at my house. If I
podcasts
don't
are
want someone
mobile
at my
as
house,
fuck, yeah.
Gabe can come and pick up all the equipment, do all the work.
Obviously.
Bluey gets all the money.
That's how
Do you
this
want the
works.
rest of Bluey's cigar?
Yeah. I want to go to the toilet first. Should I go inside?
I inhaled and I laughed. Yeah, you can go inside.
That's insane.
Well, I'm
Isaac.
asking, more so asking if I can go outside.
No, don't
No,
go outside.
okay.
There's a toilet there.
There's a family watching right there.
Yeah.
That's insane. I can't move past that right now.
It's
That's
only
crazy.
$5,000.
That's a lot of money. That's very, very
Maybe
generous.
for you, you fucking loser.
Yeah, you peasant. That's huge. I'm gonna give it to charity. That fucking pig's
If
ass.
you gave it to charity,
No, I won't.
I would
I
spew.
promise I won't give it to charity.
I
I'm
would
sorry.
spew. But no, that's also from the Patreon people. So shout out to the Patreon people.
That's
That's a month of Patreon.
That's crazy. 1 month. Fuck.
Well, you know,
Yeah, that's crazy.
So where do we go from here, Blue?
I don't know. I'm sort of flabbergasted by that. That's generous. That's Christmas come early. Well, no, it's Christmas Day now, isn't it?
It's Christmas come late. I should have given it to
Yeah, you should. Yeah, what the fuck? Now, where the fuck are we going to spend it, mate?
I think we should do some hot takes after this to get us back into the laughing mood.
Yeah, now it's all serious and I'm feeling gay because you did something nice.
But what about this? So I was at the NAB yesterday, the bank, getting that. And she said, "Do you want hundreds?" I said, "Nah, 50s looks bigger."
You should have got it in fives.
Yes,
20s or
in a
fives.
briefcase.
Yeah. A briefcase would have been a nice touch next year.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Fuck,
Do you want me to
that's
just pay you for the podcast once a year in $5 notes?
100%. Just
No.
pay me at Christmas. I'll do this shit for free. This is great. This is the best.
It's not a bad job.
It's
pretty
not
good-
a job.
it's a pretty
this is
good
not
work.
this is outstanding.
That's living, Barry.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
So Gabe, he's talking to your missus. All right.
Don't tell her how much I got.
She knows.
He gave me $500.
I won on the pokies and gave him $500.
I got a great yarn about that actually.
What do you
A
got?
bloke, I know a few blokes
Everyone
have done
good
this.
for bets?
There'll be a few people.
I'm right.
I'm good for now, mate. There'll be a few blokes watching this that have probably done the exact same thing. But you ever go out with mates and they win big on the pokies, and they'll ring the missus and go, "Babe, might won $5,000," and they'll go, "Babe, you're not gonna believe it. I just won $1,000. Come and grab 500 off me, and I'll just have 500 to have some fun with tonight." But they've really got 4.5 on it.
That's funny.
And the
I haven't
miss-
heard that.
And the missus goes, "He's so good. He rang me and gave me half of it straight
Yeah.
away to look after." I probably just grassed heaps
That's
of blokes up
genius.
there.
That's
Did you ever
genius.
have one of your mates win big on the No, or you won on the pokies or gambling or whatever, and you and all your mates are like, "Yeah, you got to shout for the rest of the night." That's have you had that?
I'll shout. I'll
play
shout
'em.
like one or two.
I'll do one round. Everyone else, or if you're with a group of like a close group, like 2 or 3 people, then yeah, sure.
Lighter.
Maybe you shout for a while.
Yeah, agreed.
But mate, I've had people. I've won. I think
They
the
feel
most,
entitled.
the most I ever won on the pokies was like $8,000.
Fair enough.
That's heaps.
yeah. I've never won big on the
I
post.
was throwing like hundreds in. Well, and by hundreds I mean 200.
Yeah.
Because
still
I
hundreds.
saw these dudes in like business shirts feeding Big Red one night at
Yeah.
the casino, and I just went over there, had $200, and I threw 200 in and did like 2 hits of $10 because on Big Red you only paid $10.
You got to play the big wax, baby.
and you right there, mate?
I'm
And so I won a feature, and then I did a few more $10, and then, or I was doing $5, and then I went up to $10, whatever it was, and so I won $8,000, and the blokes were watching me too, and they were fucking filthy. But I tell you what I did that night is I won on the pokies, and then I had a show, so I made some more money, and I was just there by myself. Claire was at home; she was working. And I just went to the room and just fucking sat there and went,
Put the money
"Nice."
all over yourself and played
Yeah,
it.
I was just like, yeah, nice, this is good.
Made money angels. I had a guy once. One of my, because I don't play him. I don't punt. I've got enough vices. I don't understand how people got the money for it. Like, because I drink and
I'm with you, Bluey.
dabble in.
I love watching people play though.
dabble in extracurriculars when I go out. So I don't. I'm like, and it doesn't interest me. But one time a bloke borrowed $100 off me to play him, and he won $3,000. And he came straight back out, and he's like, "It's me and
Wow.
you now for the night." And then just shouted me like a whole night out, like an entire night. Like we got
But how much did he borrow off you?
$100. But he's like, I said, "What do you want it for?" Because this bloke was like,
Are you his mate?
"Yeah, good mate." Yeah,
okay.
But, like
Yeah,
he
this
punts.
was not adding up to me too.
Random blokes.
No,
going,
sorry,
"Oh,
one of the
$100."
boys.
Yeah,
Blue will
sure.
just hand out money to anyone.
I would. I will now.
I need $5,000, bro.
I got you, G. But yeah, he shouted me like a whole night, and he was like, but he goes, I want it to punt, and I'll give it back to you on Thursday when I get paid. I was like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. And then he won all that money.
Did you get his money's worth out of the shout?
Still well.
No, he paid for a whole night.
That's what I mean. So you got your money's worth.
Yeah, I stayed out. Oh, Jesse, it was a Sunday night after footy. I came home at 3:00 on Monday morning.
Yeah,
Where'd
yeah.
you go west or
West.
something?
Went to
Yeah.
West. Went to the casino.
I tell you what, we were talking about Wests the other day with a bloke. I was talking to him about
West, if you don't know,
Yeah, sorry.
where we live is West is like the closest thing you get to a casino. It's a leagues club, but it's big and it's
Giant
open.
pub with heaps of pokies.
and they bought the Knights,
They're big. They're about as big as you could ever get.
and the bloke who owns the gambling club that basically just preys on fucking
The elderly, feeding
allegedly,
their pensions through them.
which is the
True,
fuck. That is the
true.
fuck thing about pokies is you got young blokes throwing $100 in a week, $200. You got some people who live they work in high paying jobs. They might throw a little bit more in. But if you look over a year, the vast majority of people who are putting money in are old people.
Fossils.
So where do you stand on that? Who's in the wrong there?
Well, it's a decision. You've made that decision.
Yes,
That's
the old
right,
people are
that's right.
dumb.
Old people are dumb. I agree.
There's none of them watching this, so I can say it.
You fucking hope you die.
Imagine if like heaps of our audience was like over 55.
Yeah, and we just lost all our
Yeah.
views after this episode.
Patreon's down.
I always get heaps weird when I look at like the numbers or the where people are watching from.
I don't
And
check
there's just
those.
some cunt that's in like Uganda.
How good was our Spotify?
Shout out to
Shout
you.
out Uganda, by the way.
Uganda.
Our Spotify was good.
Well, Spotify, because you get your end of year, you get your end of year rap, like your music. We got our end of year rap numbers for the podcast. They were pretty awesome, but then we had listeners like all over the world. It was pretty sick.
Yep.
That made me happy.
It's crazy to see where some of you guys are from. Like
Yeah.
that's just mad. And I
Did
think
I tell you the story about Jesse and I went for ice cream in
go.
It was gay. We went for ice cream at Charlestown, just up the road from where we are, and the dude that runs it was Argentinian.
Oh,
So it was like a gelato place. It wasn't ice cream. Sorry, that's inaccurate. But he recognised me. He goes, "You do." He didn't recognise me. He didn't know my name. He knew your name. He goes, "Oh, you're Isaac Butterfield's hemorrhoid." No, he said, he didn't say that. He goes, "You do Isaac Butterfield's podcast." I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, me and my son watch it to learn English."
Oh,
And he goes, "Because we're still."
that's weird, but awesome.
I was like, well, first of all, that's a terrible place to
terrible
learn English
start.
because none of us speak the language well and we use a lot of profanity.
Yeah.
But I was like, he's like, yeah, no, we're like brushing up on our slang and stuff.
He's calling heaps of shit
I was
gay.
like, do you like the podcast? He's like, no, we just use it for that. No, they like the podcast, and he's like, we use it to like learn English. I was like, that's fucking sick.
mate, we love Argentina on this show.
Mate, hey, World Cup final. They're in the World Cup.
Yeah,
well,
man.
they'll have played
They
it
would
by
have
now.
played. They would have won. Messi would have fucking nailed it. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I've got a theory
Who
about.
are they playing?
They're playing France.
Yeah, fuck France.
Shout
I've got
out
a bit of
Mbappe.
a
Go
conspiracy theory about it, and I don't follow it too closely, but
Same.
the games that Argentina have been involved in, there's been heaps of like sus decisions. I feel like they might be just like doing their best to get Messi to the because he never won a World Cup.
Right.
So I feel like they might be like facilitating Messi winning a World Cup.
But has
Okay.
Ronaldo won a World Cup?
no, but like you're right. But like,
Game's like, but has Ronaldo won a World Cup?
They got
That's
beat.
the
No, but that's
question.
the whole thing, right? Like, it's like Ronaldo versus Messi. Why would
Yeah.
they push one, not the other?
I don't know. But like, imagine. I just feel like because like the Middle East and like Qatar and Saudi Arabia, they've got like football comps that are like like their domestic comps suck. But they've got so much money. I feel like because Messi's at the back end, obviously,
Yeah.
he could potentially get a big money deal to go and play in like Qatar or something next, where he'll earn more money than ever, but the standard will be that shit. But I'm just thinking like maybe they went, we'll get you a World Cup, but you got to come and play here next. I don't know. Just watch this space.
If you're Messi, and how much does he get a year? 150 mil?
I
you
imagine
Google it,
around
go
that.
producer
yeah,
Google
yeah.
it.
I suppose
that's
better.
Googleable.
What do you do then?
You just fuck that whole cigar too.
Yeah, it's just water in there. Cigars are over. Dixon will be happy.
Can you grab me another can, please?
How's
Yeah.
this? How's Dixon's
I don't know
for?
if there's me. Will you drink whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said to me, "You're not having bloody cigars again, are you? Did you see her at our wedding?
She was bumming ciggies off
Pumping.
me.
Yeah,
Jeez, I hope she wasn't pregnant at the wedding because she was bludgeoning darts off me.
She's the biggest fucking.
She's a dart scab.
We
for
shot a bit
starters.
over.
She's a fucking scab.
You wait. That weed that you gave me, she will grab it and go, I'm throwing this out.
Once baby Butterfield
Straight in the
born.
bong. Straight in the big ceramic bong.
What are you doing in there, Claire? Oh, I'm just brushing my teeth.
The old Gatorade saxophone going to play a few tunes.
I used to do a joke about.
No, they're his. He's got to have the gluten-free
It's
ones.
your listen, I get headaches otherwise.
I know.
Right? It's
I
nothing.
know, mate.
I love gluten. All right,
I love gluten.
I'll admit these are good though.
they're nice. They're good.
know-
They're the. I actually prefer the wild gluten-free ones. Wild, WILDE.
I did have a gay gluten moment this week, actually. I'll tell you, God's honest truth. On Monday, so we had like a burger. We had a burger on Sunday night, and there was some leftovers and a leftover curry as well. So Monday night, I just launched in a leftover curry and a leftover burger.
That is my
That's
my
rank.
wet dream.
I did come in my pants. Tuesday, I felt like I had a hangover,
Oh,
and I was like, because this burger was just like fried chicken,
Yeah,
white
yeah,
roll,
And leftover.
And yeah,
Fried
I'm
chicken.
fine with leftover. Like leftovers.
You don't warm it up,
And
do
then
ya?
this, nuked it. It got nuked
Oh.
in the microwave. But then on Tuesday, I was like, I woke up, I was like, fuck me. I
Man.
felt terrible.
when I was on keto for a bit, I lost like 6 kilos on keto. Got down to 104.5 or whatever it was. And that night when I broke keto, I broke it with a family-sized meat lovers pizza from Pizza Inn. And Pizza Inn's just like a chain of pizza restaurants where they just coat it in cheese and shit. So it would have been like a 2,000 calorie
That's
pizza.
what you want.
And man, the
How
next
did it
day
hit? How
I
did it
woke
hit,
up,
though?
I had a
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been sick.
Yeah.
I had a headache. I
Yeah.
felt dizzy.
How was your shit after that?
I was blocked up for a year. It was an outrage. I just see if Rosie wants to do wee-wees.
Well, to circle back, Lionel Messi, we overshot 41 mil
Is
USD.
that'd be endorsements and
Oh well,
and his
no, well
salary.
that says salary.
No,
So endorsements included, probably getting close to 100 mil.
maybe. So PSG paying 41 million. Is that
So,
pounds,
you know,
euros,
when
dollars?
you Google shit and it's the top thing, yeah, USD.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Oh mate, these people when
And he's been earning that for a long time.
There was probably a point where he was earning more.
Potentially. I know. I think when he was at Barcelona, he was getting like 300,000 euros a week. It's like 1.2 a month.
That's what.
That's only like 15 million a year.
only.
I know. Hey,
That's what like, he's making.
I'm in that bracket now, man. I can talk about.
Oh, yeah. We should do Christmas every episode.
We should.
I like the gifts.
If they look like that.
I'm not being funny. Like this is some nice gifts. These are some nice gifts. Some Burks and $5,000 cash. I'm not
I feel
I
like
like this one. I'm stoked. I actually am stoked on that.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that we should do more podcasts out here. Isn't
It feels
nice?
good, doesn't
Well,
it?
I'm gonna tell you something. Our
With the
rhythm was off
set.
at the start, but we're good now.
We survived.
No, but like, do you know what I mean? Because I was like a bit. Because normally
You're used to it.
We've done a year's worth in the studio, which is just a palace. For anyone at home, the studio rules, and I'm comfy. I got my seat. You got your seat. We got the headphones.
Yeah.
We just nestle in. We
You're
get
used to it.
We sit down. Gabe's there. You're there, and we get to work. I sat down here, a little bit thrown. We're not quite facing each other. We're outdoors. There's people watching. There's dogs weeing. But five minutes.
Just for the record, watch Littlefoot wee here. What a piss that is. Look at him. Littlefoot.
That actually is funny.
Can you cock a leg?
Yeah.
Nah, he's leaning in, bro.
Littlefoot might
well-
be gay.
Well,
Wait,
I've-
hey.
Hey, I've got a confession. We have a golden retriever called Hansel,
Is he gay?
and Hansel's a dude. He could potentially also be gay. He also wheezes like that. He
You
wheezes
did
like a
name
girl.
him Hansel, to be fair.
Jess, that's on the bride.
Mm.
I didn't do that. I'd have called him like Butch or Killer or something.
Yeah.
Something super fucking sick.
Pussy lover.
I'd have called him Pussy Mauler.
My dog ain't gay. I'm going to call him Pussy Destroyer.
Come here, Pussy Destroyer.
Mate,
Vulva
just call your
hunter.
kid that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to call my son Vulva Hunter.
Yeah. Call him
Clit Seeker. That's what I call him.
Yeah.
VS.
Call him Raptor.
VSB.
Raptor.
Raptor
They
Hunter.
both talk about
Butterfield.
that.
Can I just say this? You know how we started off with these microphones downstairs and we got rid of them because they don't, like, they're quite small?
Yes.
Courtesy of producer Gabe. Thank
Nice.
They extend this whole time.
Because we would have guests on that would be like, oh, it's a little bit short.
Oh, I
like,
can't really
it's-
get it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. And all this time, they fucking...
I mean, we're only 50 odd episodes in. Imagine when we hit like 100. We're going to have this whole thing figured out. We're going to have pretty much completed podcasting.
You know what I love?
by 100 episodes.
What I love about the potty is this: is it's like any of the big podcasts, like Rogan's podcast. Like it was fucking shithouse for years, right?
Oh, they just used to stream it off a webcam.
Webcam, and they had like Can you let little foot in? Take little pull bar in. You get big dude. You know what I said in an Instagram post today? I said, yeah, they used to have the fucking like. No, I didn't say that. They used to have on his on Rogan. They used to have like Brian Redband used to be the
He was the
used to be
producer.
Jamie, and yeah, they'd have like snowflakes going down and shit. So they didn't give a fuck.
Like weird filters. And they used to get belted.
Yeah,
like stoned as.
But look at him now. But I was just going to say, Alexander Volkanovski's fighting at 284, UFC 284 in Perth that I'm going to, flying first class. And business class. I paid with I finally paid with fucking...
Freaking 5 points.
freaking 5 points.
Nice.
Anyway, so he's fighting in Perth and he posted this thing today about it. And I wrote on there, looking good, big dick. No, I say, g'day, big dick. I always call people like blokes big dick.
You
I
like
don't
the
know
It
why.
makes them
compliment-
feel good.
It's funny, right?
It's endearing.
Yeah. And all these people are hammering me in the comments. Like, what the fuck?
You don't
man?
know the size of his cock.
That's weird. Why would you say?
He might have a small dick.
What if he's got a small dick and now
I
he's-
guarantee you, Volkanovski doesn't have a small piece.
Nah,
There's
he's-
no way.
He's got a hammer.
He'd have a hog.
He's got a lovely wife and
she's
a
satisfied.
couple of beautiful young kids and Matt, he's got a hammer. I just feel it.
There's no way you can do what that bloke does without an absolute beast.
He's got
Stag.
the same size dick as fucking Francis Ngannou, and it is a similar shade of black. Allegedly.
But what about how they say like small dicks have like a chip on their shoulder?
Where, like, what possibly could I have reminded you of? On that note,
No, it's just
You
like
just reminded
you're
me,
saying like a UFC fighter couldn't have a small cock, but you know how they always say like little man syndrome, like they just fucking start
They want
trying
to fight.
harder
I
and shit.
hate little dudes.
Yeah, you
Like,
employed one.
How tall are you? You'd be 5. But you don't have. He doesn't have
5 flat.
You'd be 5.
That
But
is
Gabe
weak.
doesn't have little man syndrome.
I mean, we haven't seen him on the piss yet. He could have a couple more stubbies and start fighting.
I'm a bit like I'm not fighty. I'm loud.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, that makes 3 of us.
What are we going to do? Should we? How's this for the new year? Maybe after Bub's a little bit older, Why don't we have a Cancel Me Now long lunch?
100%.
Oh.
Oi, do
Yes,
you know what?
please.
So I'm thinking.
Yes,
so I used to, as
please.
we've talked about on the podcast, I used to work in radio,
Oh.
and they used to do these promotions where they would pick 12 listeners and take them out for a long lunch. Why don't we pick 12 people from Patreon and take them out for a long lunch?
Why
At
don't we
some
pick
point, let's
20
not say we're going to do this right now.
Why don't we pick 20 people from Patreon?
No, that's
take 'em
honestly,
out?
and just go like, we'll just book somewhere and just take
12?
them out for a long
This
lunch.
isn't happening right away, people listening.
No, this
No,
will
but join
happen.
Patreon. It costs you $1 a month, but we don't want weirdos. So we need to pick like 20.
We'll handpick them.
What have I done here?
Oh, here we go.
You've extended it too far. No, but like we could take them for like it'll be the Cancel Me Now long
Yeah,
lunch.
having some listeners and like,
And just go out and go absolutely ballistic on the sauce.
yeah, 100%. That's a great idea.
I love that. We need to. You know what we need to do? You know what we need to do once a month is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
promo meeting. We need to sit down and think of promotions.
Okay.
Well, like,
That's our first promo meeting concluded. We've
Well,
done
like-
Who
We'd
took
like-
the minutes?
it. Gabe.
well, I probably should write down. But like we said, we're maybe going to do a giveaway a month. We had a lot of good
Yeah.
ideas last episode. I rewatched last episode.
Yeah.
We were really good.
I hope you rewatched it. It's
Yeah.
your fucking job.
Well, I rewatched it a couple of times. I put it on the TV. It was fun.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
I love. It's a good podcast.
I said- I
Wouldn't
settled
you
in.
rewatch it?
I settled in and watched
You don't watch any of your videos. Do you?
Protect Our Parks.
No.
Rogan and the boys. I was very, very tired last Sunday, and I said, I'm having a bluey day. Jesse, beat it. I'm fucking chilling out.
Jesse was out the back.
And I said, get
Hare
out.
and Hansel out the
Lock
back.
the doors, and I went TV flat on my back, Rogan and the boys on my big telly.
The
and
TV
just
was
sat
flat
there.
on your back.
No, I was flat on my back. Telly
TV
was
on the
there.
ceiling.
But I was like, it's a good way because I don't normally watch podcasts. I like listen to them Spotify.
I very rarely watch them.
Yeah,
I like
but
watching.
so do I. But it was very enjoyable. Just pause it every now and then, go for a munch, have a little bit of food, come back. It's like you're there.
Yeah.
Someone could be doing that right now with some Christmas ham.
Hey, shout out to the Chris. Give us a comment of ham if you're eating Christmas ham as we say this.
Yes.
Is
yeah.
Chrissy ham the best part about Christmas?
Ooh.
What is the best
What's your
part of
favourite-
Christmas?
Huge question, Gabe. What's your like? Are you talking just on the food basis?
Nah, let's do big picture. Best thing about Christmas. We can almost do a draft on this.
So my I won't
Presents
do,
is for
I
me.
won't do a giraffe on it, but my cousin Brooke, shout out to Brooke, she doesn't listen. She works in she's a chef, she's a sous chef, and she makes these Kilpatrick oysters, and they're fucking off chops. But then Uncle Brett takes a couple, and then Uncle Luke, fuck off, bruh. Fuck off.
You need to assert your dominance. Get in there and go, boys.
well, I'm the biggest.
You can have what I don't eat.
Well, Darcy's
when
Darcy's
I'm done,
pretty big.
then you may eat.
Do you know how many
Darcy's pretty big.
patrons I have?
Darcy's pretty big. He's as big as me, but he's not.
The food bill in your house would be ridiculous at Christmas time.
I think when I was living at home, Mum would do 2 $500 shops a week.
What?
Yeah,
Eh?
I think,
Yeah, it sounds.
there's a lot
A
of
lot of kids though, eh?
and
well-
big strapping young lads, strapping young freeloaders, I should say.
oh yeah.
No chance any of you
Shout
boys
out to Finton.
chipping in for board either.
Nah, like I remember Dad hitting me up. He tried to put my board up every 6 months. That was his thing to get me out of the house.
Yeah.
And then all these other losers that live there,
Fair play.
freeloaders. Jonas is. I think they're paying him to live there. That would
Yeah.
not surprise me at all.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
No
No go, any of those blokes.
And
I got no
Darcy's-
go about them.
No, that Finton character. Oh, what about he works at Target?
Taj, eh?
Get a job at fucking Big W.
I bet he
you
gets around
loser.
sniffing all the undies and stuff.
He
too.
does.
Yeah.
He wears them, then sniffs them.
Yeah.
That's a rumor I want to start.
Yeah, I hope some of his employers are watching.
So every time we mention Darcy's name or Jonas's name or Finton's name, their mates like give him a bit of a
stick.
bit of a ribbing. So it's good. It's good. So
A rimming.
Rib
they give him a rimming. Jonas's friends rim him, which is weird. I went out with a couple of Jonas's mates the other day. They went to watch the Wombats.
At the bar on the
At the
hill.
bar on the
Love
hill
the
there.
Wombats.
Mate, I was really like I would have gone, but I just can't deal with people. I'm a bit like you.
That's why I bought you that marijuana.
Bro. No.
Hey, everyone chill out, man.
I like
Stoner Isaac would be funny. as
Imagine
fuck.
like you go like far left. He's like, hey man,
You were right about the M word, bro.
fossil. Hey guys, imagine like your next video is like, hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Butts Man here. Just telling you.
He's
we
got
need to-
dreads now.
Yeah, Rasta Butts, Jar
Oh,
Butts.
Righto. You can expect this on Instagram. Rasta
Buffalo
Butts.
Butts, man.
Yeah.
In the heart of Newcastle.
And he's like, hear me now. We need to cut back on them fossil fuels, man.
You're going to be cancelled for the accent.
Wagwan.
Yeah,
That's all right.
can you stop appropriating my culture?
Appropriate these nuts. That would be very funny if you start smoking. Imagine if like that one little present just changes everything, and you're just like,
I'll edit a little Rusted Bus Man together.
that'd be nice. That could be the thumbnail.
who's calling you?
No, just a mate.
Just a mate.
Just a mate. Well, not your girlfriend. You have to
another-
lie to us.
Rexy.
Yep. Shout
Another-
out to you, Rexy, if you're tuning in.
Another girl on the go.
That's her name, Rexy.
So I noticed that your beautiful partner dropped you, but she didn't come in. Is she racist?
Towards the whites,
Well, Bluey's got
Rangers.
Bluey's got black parents.
I'm like Theo Von. My dad's Nicaraguan too.
No. She's awesome.
I tell you what I think.
She's lovely.
I'll tell you genuinely what I think. Because I was like, Jesse's coming. Is Lily coming? And Gabe's like, no way. No, but
Good
what
thing
I
she
think
doesn't
is,
listen.
like,
But that's not the truth.
I think Gabe was like, she can't see this.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
No.
Who cares? Yeah, I think like, Gabe's like, she can't.
I think I would feel a bit held back if she was here. I'm just not that comfortable yet.
How long have you been
And it's
together?
my first time on, like, in
How long
terms
have
of
you
being
guys
on camera.
How long have you guys been together?
No, I'm comfortable with her.
Have you got something like is
What are you hiding from her?
is it a bit problematic at the moment? Is she?
Is there trust
I didn't-
issues?
I didn't wanna
feel
ta-
like there's trust
I didn't
issues.
want to
Been
talk
dropping
about this
the
on the
N-bomb?
pod, Mose. I didn't think we'd get into this.
No, she's lovely. I met her up at Mate
Love you,
Joe.
Lil,
She's
if you're
very-
listening.
Oh, I love you too, Lil. But tell her
Louis?
if she's picking you up. Tell her to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we getting for dinner?
Well, do you want pizzas or what?
I would love anything, mate.
Well, do you want?
Oh, my treat.
Yeah.
Oh, this
No,
one's
no.
on me.
No, it's a business special. I'll pay.
We'll write it off.
I write everything off. It's outrageous. You know what I write off.
You write off
Only
OnlyFans.
sensible things.
Allegedly, I actually wrote off those plants that we're looking at over there because we filmed a vlog.
The yard's looking
plant-
incredible, by the way.
How good's it looking? It's
The yard looks sensational.
I love, man. Dixon's fucking nailed it. She's putting all these plants in, and she goes up there. The poor darling. We did this ghost hunt the other night, and she got home and she was in like a bra and undies, and she just looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
rocking around with this baby hanging foul. I was
Yeah,
like, you poor.
It must
thing.
be like you,
Oh.
like because we're at that age now. Like all my mates' partners are starting or have had kids.
Surprisingly
And
same.
You see him.
Tamworth.
Yeah, you're from regional
yeah.
New South Wales,
There's nothing
mate.
to
You Yeah, and you see him like late in the pregnancy, and you're just like, oh boy, like they're holding their back, their cheeks are flushed, their feet hurt. It's like that. Like you'll be at like a lunch or something, they just can't wait to get the fuck out of there.
So you know when you roll your ankle, what happens? Like
Yeah.
you stretch a ligament,
Yeah.
right? So right now in Claire's stomach, all of her ligaments are stretching. So she's just rolled a belly. Like it's
Rolled
fucking outrageous what happens when you're pregnant.
Feels like me after I knock over a family burger box from KFC on a hangover. Just saying. I imagine it's the exact same.
We could get KFC.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, bro.
Do you think you'll watch your baby come out?
Yeah, sure. I'm not scared.
No?
No, I watch Claire poo, so
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Would you?
Yeah,
You'd
We are-
you'd watch Claire give
you'd
birth.
watch my baby come out.
I assume that's Am I not?
Am
I
I
assume
invited?
we're going to Patreon
Yeah,
exclusive.
I'm going to do a podcast. with
I'm
our
sitting there
behinds.
like,
He's holding the mic up to his baby.
I got Wicked Clipper gloves on.
I'd be in the room. I don't know if I could like look down the barrel.
you have to. My mate Benny.
You'd have to.
My mate Benny. I won't say his surname. He might not. You won't mind. He's got this great
What's his surname?
photo.
Don't.
No,
Do I know him?
You know him. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's got this great photo of it's not her giving birth.
His missus's pussy.
No. Yeah, it's great. It's on Instagram right now. Gabe, pull it up. Gabe, pull it up.
It's on their OnlyFans.
That's
It's
funny as
him.
fuck.
So it's.
Thanks,
I don't know. I think his sister might have been near
His
or in the
sister's
room.
pussy.
It's his sister's pussy. No, it's
Alright,
so it's him.
His pussy.
It's his pussy. No more super drive.
Pull it up, Gabe.
He's Gabe, I'll pull it up. He's got his hands on his head,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's at the giving birth, the climax. It's not a climax.
Climax.
Is it? What is it?
She's
She's
orgasming.
coming.
He's in the background of this photo, just like
Disbelief.
so fucking freaked. And he sent it to us. Like this was like a few weeks after the baby came in. He sent it to us and he goes, "Boys, I call this one watching your favourite pub burn down."
See, I mean,
I was like, "That's good."
I don't know. I used to drink at the OV in Dudley, and it was a shithole. So
Yeah,
it looked.
I
like
drink there now.
It looked like
That's my local now.
It looked like a torn up vagina. I'll be brutally honest. But childbirth is terrifying, and
I'm going to pee, boys.
And I feel sorry for
I'm so bad on the piss.
any women going through that. It is just a torturous event, but it has to be done.
Oh, Bluey, use your clip.
Sorry,
Yeah.
What? Oh, clip my
For all that money you have.
Oh, I thought you meant put it on the end of my penis.
No.
Oh, I like
Sorry,
that.
I got
That's
distracted.
nice. No, you're right, mate.
What am I using the clip for?
All that money you have?
Yeah, I assume that was what it was for.
Yeah,
I-
use it. Put it on it.
Yeah, put it on.
Oh, no. I might get robbed before the episode's over.
Nah,
Good
mate.
to be not streaming.
You'll be right. So, yeah, no, it is a scary thing, and it's something you'll go through later on in life, and it's but it's I don't know, it's.
Do you think about it?
What?
Like when it's actually going to happen? Has it hit you that it's actually going to happen?
Well, what sort of helped it is our neighbours, who we're really good friends with. They've just had a baby, so that baby's been here, and we've been over to their house quite a bit, and
Practice.
so we're sort of just we're into it, and Claire's been changing nappies, and I grew up with
you're changing the snappies and shit.
yeah. We
Fair play.
sneak in the middle of the night. And do it. But I grew up with younger brothers too, so I used to change their nappies, and the brothers that I talk about now, like little Finny boy, used to change his nappy and Darcy's nappy. And
How much older than like your youngest are you?
Finton is 17, or he's 18 in a couple of months, so I'm nearly 30, so coming up on 12 years difference.
Yeah, so you're changing nappies at like 12, 13.
Yeah, pretty much, like just to help mum out.
Yeah,
all that
as you
type of
would.
Stuff, and but yeah, it's certainly a different fucking thing.
Because you don't get into like the realness of it, like on the shows and stuff. Like,
No.
I can only imagine it's gonna hit hard.
Yeah, I mean, people say
I'd be anxious as fuck.
the only thing that freaks me out is anything wrong happening.
Yeah.
Like, as long as everyone's healthy and happy,
Yeah.
I don't care about sleep. And I know people are like, oh, well, you'll change your mind. But as long as everyone's okay, that is fine. We've got a great obstetrician who's just like, she's like calming everyone's fears, and you can ring her at any point. And everyone we've spoken to about sort of obstetrics and all that type of shit, they're like, she's the bee's knees. She's the one you want to talk to. She's the one to be involved with. And so that calms everyone down.
Yeah.
But other than that, it'll be fine.
Oh, of course it will be, but it's just like, it's really gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun to talk about, and like, obviously, of course, given this type of content, well, it is, and it's fun and it's interesting, and like, it's all
20
jokes.
episodes time, the baby will be
Yeah.
here. And but it's part of sort of
She doesn't get to see.
Oh, no, she's watching the telly.
it's part of like I guess it's part
Yeah,
of
it
this.
is. What you better say is true.
What scared me about even like getting engaged? It's not like I didn't want to get engaged to Claire. It was like, oh my god, this is like the most adult thing.
Real
that I've ever
life
done.
shit.
Yeah.
That freaks me out too.
Yeah, it's scary.
Someone
you
just
know?
fucked your toilet up too. I don't know.
Why
This
did you-
dude ran out.
Why did you poo in my toilet?
I don't know. No, I didn't. Not yet. We're talking about adult getting engaged in real life.
Yeah, like it was a
We're
scary
getting
thing.
deep. We're getting deep on this Christmas episode.
Even getting married and stuff. It's like I might grab one as well. It's fucking full on.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? That's life now.
Because like you don't like it just seems so far away until you're doing
And then
it.
it's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, people actually do this.
Yeah, it's good. The thing that with that sort of stuff that makes me feel better is that pretty much everyone's the same with it. In that, like,
Yeah.
you're like, it's big for everyone. Like, I haven't met anyone that was like, got engaged and was like, yeah, no, it was fucking like everyone's shitting themselves about getting engaged. Everyone's shitting themselves about buying a house and struggling to save for a house.
Yeah,
And, like,
even getting a house.
yeah, it's like all those big things that you think are like.
Oh, that's what adults do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
then everyone's the same. Even like our parents, they're still like everyone's just still figuring it out. Like it's
Well, that's the biggest
no
lesson.
one knows. Even like the
Yeah.
people that you think are like
When you
got it
realize your
together,
parents are just people,
they're
it's a wig
they're
out,
just
eh?
us. Yeah, and
It's a big lesson to learn that your parents have got no idea what they're doing. 'Cause
100%.
you think that when you're growing up that they're they know everything they're doing, but in reality they're just trying their best and doing their thing.
but you do want to be Superman for your kid, eh?
For sure, man.
You know what I mean?
I want to be his best friend. I want to
Yeah.
be, his hero and all those things. The things that my old man was to me and is to me.
100%.
Like he used to refer to me as my best friend and all that type
That's
of stuff.
cool.
And
Feels good, eh?
just all that love, like this house will be the most loving house possible for us.
I don't doubt that at all.
I don't know. I just want to give him because I know how much someone's childhood can really affect them.
Yep.
And whether it's positive or negative doesn't matter. Whatever happens to that, whatever that person's trajectory in life will be, it is decided upon in those early years.
At least heavily influenced.
At least heavily influenced.
It's very cool, like your son, like much like you have, like your dad, your old man achieved. Like, even though, so your old man was a premiership winner.
He had a name.
And a professional athlete. Not that he had a name. What I'm saying is, like, you've got a role model of someone who went out and did it. And, like, you've done that in a completely different space. But the thing is the same, like, you still went and did it. So your son, doesn't matter really it does matter what you do. But just by you having the career that you've had, your son's going to be able to be like, oh, I can do... Like,
that's possible.
Athlete. Your old man's a professional athlete. You know that anything's possible. So your son's going to be like, my dad was a comedian, professional comedian.
Yeah.
So I can do whatever I want.
And that's the big...
You don't even have to tell him that.
I
You
love
can just
that.
look
I
at
love
what
that.
you
big
did.
lesson. That's the big lesson, right? That
We're getting deep.
I love that. I fucking love
You guys
that.
want to smoke that weed?
And if you're listening, you can do that too.
That's the big
Guys,
thing.
you want to get high at home and join us?
But everyone's got that story of like, everyone who's successful has that story of like, I came from here, and it doesn't matter where you are. Like, he grew up in a real, like, just a shitty area.
He's from Western Sydney, wasn't
Western
he? Doesn't get any
Sydney,
shitter than
no
that.
money, all that shit, and yet made plenty of cash, was very successful in his own right, and then even in the business world after that, very successful. So, it is a lesson that you can achieve things in your life, or you can just to know that it's possible, because that's what stops a lot of people.
100%,
People
100%.
think that you can't do it because of where you're from,
X, Y, Z.
who your parents are, what you do for a job,
Any number of things.
and it literally doesn't matter. Like, none of it matters. Like, you can do anything.
No.
I fucking love this conversation.
No, but it's
this
like
is my
it's-
shit.
Yeah.
But it really is true. Like, but you do have to. It doesn't just happen as well. Like, I can't, like, what you've done.
It's all about the work. It's all about the
it is.
reps. It's all about the
consistent.
fucking up, getting things wrong, and then figuring out the best way to get around it. And that's where it all stems from. But it's also, you say that, you prove that, you can do it to your kids. But also it's one of those things that, I always, people would say, oh, you're in your dad's shadow and that's why you're trying. So that's
Did
another.
that ever bother you?
I mean,
Be honest.
Maybe.
That could be part of it too, in a like not such an obvious way, but like because of who your dad was. You're
Desire
like,
to support.
Well, I'm gonna weren't gonna be a footballer, right? If you were trying to be in your dad's shadow, you would have been like, I'm gonna be a footballer like my dad. But you're like, I'm gonna make my own name. There's no other Butterfield comedians.
Well, that's the
Jonas isn't very funny. Finton's not very funny.
Good God, no. Well,
They're about as funny as fucking Cancel.
Oh, no, I know. That was the whole thing. And what I really wanted to do was not to try and,
not get out of you, like, not that.
Nah, man. I mean, people used to say, "Oh, you're not as good as your dad as a footballer." I was like, "I know, man.
I'm not gonna be.
he was a gun.
The cunt's a premiership winning front rower. I'm probably not gonna be.
But that's the thing. And I was like, okay. But it's funny how people would bring that up like straight away in conversations, like it was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Oh, Butterfield. Your
not
dad
as
was good. You're not.
Oh, I know. I was like, "What the fuck?" But that's not something that you want to. And that's got nothing to do with dad. Like he
didn't. Yeah.
No, nothing to do with him.
All he did was be a fucking legend premiership winning front rower.
That's it.
Not his fault.
And a very quietly spoken sort of dude. Like
Your old man rules. We have to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, we should.
And smoke some weed with him.
Well, he'd fucking love that.
Yeah, I know he would.
Why don't we try and do
Give
that?
that to him.
Why don't we? I actually was thinking about
Give
that.
that to your old man.
Why don't we try and do that for the first episode back? Just have like a 3-hour episode with him.
Get super baked.
Super baked.
I'll get some edibles.
He'd fucking love it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We might actually do that. I know we're joking, but we probably should do that.
I agree. But yeah, it is important to, and he was always like, mate, do whatever you want in life as long as you can pull an income from it.
Yeah.
Do it.
And and you've set an example already, like from a parenting point of view, by carving out this career that you've got.
Yeah.
You've already set an example to go like, yeah, mate, you can do. I don't know any other professional comedians, mate. I got a lot of friends. None of them are professional comedians.
Because it's a fucking hard thing to do. Like it's not hard to do stand up. Like stand up is doable.
That's
right?
the easy part. But to get to a stage where you
people are
can
paid
earn
fucking money.
I've done stand up. It's easy. Like, but to get to a stage where you can provide for your partner and put a roof over your head, to the work that you'd have to do to get to there
Yeah.
is not
To
easy.
sell out a fucking theatre, like it is a long slog, and it's years of selling no tickets.
Yeah.
And it's like when I did the Enmore, like I know I talk about that a bit, but it was a very important moment.
Yeah.
It was 2,000 people or 800 people, whatever it was. And then 5 years before, I had done a show in Sydney for the Fringe Festival, and there was 3 people there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Did you perform to 3 people?
Yeah.
Did you like give it
Hell of a
all
show.
your all?
I tried my best, and that's an important thing. Like, it's awkward. And I think if I had the experience I have now, because I've done so many hours on stage, and it's like anything you do.
Hindsight's 20/20, and once you've got the experience,
I think I'd do a better show now, but
Of course.
it is what it is. But you saw the
You
other
need that, do you reckon?
What?
Like to perform to 3 people? Do you reckon it builds character for you?
100%.
Yeah. You need to suck. You need to bomb. You need to know what's good, what's not good.
What it feels like to be shit.
Yeah, start from nothing and build. You need to drive to Sydney for 5 minutes for free.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Like 5
Yeah,
minute
well,
opens.
that's what-
That's what he used to do.
That's what you do.
Drive to Sydney for 5 minutes.
5 minutes on stage.
You know how I did 5 minutes at the
Sorry, I meant like 5 minute drive. I was confused.
No,
It was
no.
very drive very quickly.
That's
to
what I
Sydney.
was. That's what I was like wigging
If you
out.
want to be
about.
a race car driver, that's what you need to
Yeah.
do. Get to Sydney in 5 minutes. But, it's
love that,
all
mate.
about sucking, and it's all about overcoming shit that
And you can't
you
appreciate.
don't think you were going to.
And you can't appreciate 1,800 people at the Enmore if you haven't had the 3 people at the fucking.
And that's where-
That would be a fucking epic feeling.
It was crazy. But that's where these TikTok people will fail. Because they rise to fame really, really quickly. They
With
don't
numbers, right?
Yeah, with numbers
Yeah.
online that don't actually exist. They don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
And that's where their careers won't continue.
Yeah.
But it's just tricky because that's the world now.
I
Like you
understand.
came
It
up
is,
in a
but it
world
isn't.
where like
You can still like people.
you
Like,
got big on Facebook. Am I right in saying
no,
that?
YouTube. But
Okay.
I
I feel like you blew up on Facebook.
no, for
that was
YouTube.
no. He did with the Dickhead's Guide to Newcastle. We did blow up on Facebook.
Oh, we
you're
blew
right.
up. We got nearly
30,000 views or
30,000
something.
views. It was huge. But no, it was more YouTube. And
Okay.
and when I started out, everyone was saying to me, "Nate, YouTube, you can't make it on YouTube."
I was going to say people would say the same thing about
It's
that
too
and
late.
what you say about TikTok now.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
It's longevity. It's well, it's not longevity because like, but it's
He is right about TikTok. It is tricky. Like there's no immediate money in it. But
And-
you can definitely build a
but it's
brand
also
on there.
easy, and it doesn't mean as much because there's chicks out there that'll just fucking show their tits and you get, 1 million fucking followers.
But when
and
you
it-
say mean as much, what do you mean?
Well,
There's not as much depth to it.
no, because it's so quick. I think the easier, because the app itself is created and designed to grow people's accounts, right? And I don't think the other algorithms are as potent with that. I don't think Facebook's as potent, and I don't think YouTube is.
Nah.
But TikTok is designed in a way to really drive people to watch this and this and this. And you might have 100 creators or 1,000 creators that you follow on TikTok that you might like their stuff. But I think that follow means less than an Instagram follow, and I think it means less than a subscribe on YouTube, perhaps.
In
you know what I mean.
in terms of
How much you
how
actually give a
engaged
shit.
they really
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So like you might follow.
with YouTube for sure.
So like you might follow like heaps of like chick fitness models, hypothetically, not me. But
Someone
then
out
like
there.
if that fitness model was like, hey, I'm also selling this, you'd be
Yeah.
like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm not gonna buy that. I'm just following this. Whereas like if you're following someone like Butsy and you really like his comedy, and then he's like, oh, so I'm going on tour here. You're like, yeah, I want to go and see that guy. Like you're more
Yeah.
likely to buy a ticket. Do you know what I mean? Like there's more engagement. There's probably more depth.
Can I give you devil's advocate? So I agree.
No,
I agree 100% in terms of the actual following, but now let's talk business. A brand might go, okay, he's
getting full quick.
he's got 200K on TikTok.
Yeah.
He's this amount of money, and if they can build a living off that, maybe that's fair enough.
It's a different. Yeah, you're right.
Different
'Cause it's
mindset.
Different because they're not. I think with that kind of thing. So like where Butsy's built a following, right, and he's leveraging that following to sell a product, which is tickets to his comedy. Whereas like with someone who gets 200,000 followers on TikTok showing their tits, they're not leveraging a product. The product is leveraging them in that like. Do you know what I mean? So
no,
like,
that's well put.
I think, and I'm a scaffolder, so I've
but
got no
I
business.
think that's actually a really
I've got
good
no
way to
business
put it.
now, but like Butsy's got a following. He's built that following, and he goes like, "Righto, guys. Also, by the way, I'm going to be in fucking
Wherever.
Leveraging his
This
own
weekend,
thing.
If you want to come see me, and they go, yeah, you beauty. Whereas these chicks are just like, check out these fucking chebs.
Has he nailed
How
that?
good are these chebs? And then because generally what you see with these chicks is like, here's my tits. Also, by the way, here's a discount code for fucking Gymshark.
Yeah.
Shields
Do you know
weed
what I
it
mean?
though.
They're not selling the product. They're getting paid by whoever's approached them. I think, and again, scaffold.
I hear you. I agree with your perspective.
But that's kind of how I see it.
And it also comes down to like, do you want to just show your tits off as your career?
I mean, yes.
Like is that as a woman what you want to do? Like I know that.
Would you?
Well, I don't buy that it's empowering.
I agree with that,
I
but
don't
it's
buy
easy.
it.
Well, not. I don't know if it's easy mode, but if you had that option, would you utilize it?
I don't know. I mean, it's a hard one. It depends, right? I mean, a lot of people make a lot of money from it.
That's what I'm saying.
That
you like money?
I think people look at
I
like
love money. Of course.
people look at like
I love money too.
the fact that they're earning money. They go like, that's empowering because they're getting paid. You're like, yeah.
Well, here comes Lefty Bluey. Here we go.
And you shouldn't say the N word.
And if they say the N word,
They're like, yeah, no, they're like, yeah, they're getting paid. Because I don't really understand that argument either. Like, it's empowering. Yes, your body's earning you money in a similar way to like, you could make the same argument to like a coal miner, right? Like dudes who go out and cut coal for a living, right? They're also using their body to earn a living.
Yeah.
Like you're spending your physical energy, your body to earn a living. You go, okay, I get that. But it's the thing that comes with like the idea of like, and this is all cultural. It's like the shame thing. It's like you're exposing yourself. It's sexual. All that sort of stuff is like, is that empowering? Yes, you're earning a good crust.
I
from
think
it.
the reason that people see it as something negative is because it's so easy.
It is, and it is. If you're fit,
People-
which is like not hard to get in shape. If you're a
Well,
good sort
for
already.
chicks, it's not hard. Just be skinny. Just don't eat for a while.
Yeah, I mean,
But
For dudes, you
but
got to
also-
fucking pump steroids in your ass.
you do.
Like that's literally it. That is the difference. Because if you're a skinny guy, people are like, gross. Hello, Gabe. But if you're a skinny chick, it's like, oh my god, she's so hot, she's so fit,
Yeah.
all that type of stuff. And I like just go and look at the IBBF pro chicks that go in the bikini competition. They just haven't eaten in a while. Like,
They look like me after a good bender.
right? They fucking do.
I love my rig after I haven't eaten for a couple of days. I'm like,
Oh, I've got
"Ooh,
abs.
look,
Mate, there was
literally.
there's this girl I saw at the gym yesterday.
Fuck,
She was
you're
at the-
smashing these.
Excuse me.
It's Christmas, mate. I'm fucking.
Yeah.
I'm boozing.
She was at the gym.
I'm gonna one more of these. I'm moving on to the sheepdogs after this one.
She was at the gym and she was training legs. Saw her at the gym today. You know when she was training again?
Legs.
Fucking change it up, babe. Change it up. Work that upper body.
But how many blokes are you just seeing pumping chest and arms?
I mean, there's two of them right here.
No, I do a
You,
split.
you got to see it though. You got to see what I'm saying there.
Yeah.
No.
The blokes that wear like an XL shirt and like 32 pants.
Mate, you know what breaks my heart? People say to me,
I don't
you
train legs.
got to train legs.
I barely
I
train.
fucking do it twice a week and I get no growth.
Not doing it hard enough, mate.
Apparently.
You got to train legs.
Or can I say something where you're like, and it plays even more into your point? You're saying like a girl just has to be skinny. There's so many dudes who like everything. There's a market for every type of woman out there.
Not fat chicks.
Yes, there
there
is
is.
though, but they're massively is.
No, there's not.
They can make heaps of money,
No, I don't understand dudes who are into fat chicks.
but it's true though.
But it's the same with chicks. I don't understand.
I've got
if
heaps of
they're-
mates that love big girls.
Yeah,
But I don't understand.
hang out at
because you
kebab-
don't get it. Doesn't
I
mean it
got
doesn't
mates
exist.
that hang out at kebab shops like a slip cord and a fucking test match. Just waiting. Once the night's over, I'm like, right, mate, I'm going like, mate, I'll see you at the Oasis.
He's just waiting
Mate.
there.
And they're
Yeah,
just
the
like-
Oasis.
Just waiting for one of them to nick up.
Claire started dating me when I was Claire started dating me when I was 134 kilos. I thought
She likes
was,
fat
I
dudes
thought she
too.
was mad.
$1.34.
134 kilos.
That's
I was.
big, man.
I know.
The biggest I ever got after Christmas, I was 109 a couple of years ago. And Jesse showed me a photo, like double chin, and I had what I thought was a loose fitting shirt on at the time. I was like, no one will know. And she was like fucking shit coming out the sides. I was like, fuck me, cunt. That's big.
Nah, but everyone's lovable. Don't get me wrong. I'm just talking shit.
There's
but
someone for everyone,
There's someone for everyone out there, except for Gabe.
except for Gabe. He will die alone.
If he ruins
Love
this
you, Lil.
Lily situation.
Not me. I got money now. I'm gonna leave Jesse.
What?
I got cash.
How
now.
old's Lily?
21.
21. She's young.
We talked about this last episode.
She
You said
doesn't-
I could go as low as 18. 19.
I
I don't know
admit,
if- I don't know if
love
Lily's-
the old girls and them young girls too.
You were supposed to open with that.
You
The R.
can
Kelly
edit it in.
tune.
That should be like have the cancel me now
That's
logo,
crazy.
and then have the R. Kelly song just play us into the podcast.
Do you want me to? Do you want me to play?
I think you should do it.
Should I order
That's
some
crazy.
food mid-podcast?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, you guys...
We'll
Keep talking.
chatter. Just get whatever, mate. And tell whoever's delivering it, he can expect a fat tip.
Louis got cash.
This channel's going to turn into Mr. Beast very quickly. We're just going to start handing out wads of cash.
Louis, what are the odds you give him all your money?
Ugh, not a chance. Mate. That's just sorted out by
Fuck,
Christmas.
I would not be happy with that.
No.
I'd be pretty pissed off. to be
I've-
honest.
And if he's gonna do it, let me film it.
There's not a chance I'll do that. Yeah,
No, of course.
What are we thinking? What are we getting?
Pizzas or...
Pizza's fine.
Or do
Pizzas,
you
I'm
want-
happy with pizzas.
Pizza's so
100%.
fine.
Or do
Yeah.
you want something else?
Pizza's perfect.
Nah, it's a
Jesse
perfect.
will munch pizza. I'll munch pizza.
Everyone eats pizza.
That's perfect, mate.
I don't know what my password at Domino's is.
Oh shit.
Failed
You
to
need a
log in.
password?
Oh, apparently. Do I-
Capitalism, man.
Fucking- Come on, you blokes.
Did
You
we
gotta-
talk before? We were talking about our favourite part of Christmas. Did we go further into that? Like what your favourite?
I said if
You
I was
love
gonna pick
prezzies?
one thing overall,
Still love prezzies.
yeah, presents are awesome.
Prezzies good. I just love the
Or like time off.
I think the older I've got, the more I love now is the carefree. Like once I finish work on that last day, it doesn't, because normally like I'll finish work on a Friday. I'm assuming a lot of people are the same. Like finish work on a Friday and you go, yes, Friday, and then by like lunchtime on Saturday, I'm going like, fuck, alright, I've got to do XYZ on Monday, and I'm like doing the food shop and I'm doing the washing so that Monday and Tuesday are easier.
Your weekend's already got stress associated.
It's not that, it is stress, but not
Oh, not
that
like
bad.
not like fully, but yeah.
But it's like you're just thinking about what's next. Whereas like the thing that's special about the Christmas period for me is just going like, I got nothing. All I got to worry about is like, have we got ham in the fridge? Is there stubbies in the fridge? And who am I going for a beer with today? Like that's it. Like
So it is the time off for
it's
you.
it's the time off, but it's the not thinking about what's coming up. It's like I'll write an Instagram post if I feel like it.
Yeah.
Who wants to go for a beer? It's just like you got 2
and
weeks.
most of your mates have time off too.
Bro, everyone's got time off,
Yeah.
and like you just like, let's
Well,
go.
well, that's
like,
why-
let's it's that quality. It's just like that carefree. And when you're catching up, like when you're going for beer with someone, you're not going
Everyone's-
like, yeah, fucking work this and work that. It's like, nah, mate, how's the bar?
Bit more
how's the
real.
missus?
Yeah.
It's great, mate. You sort of forget about what's going on for a couple of weeks. It's sick. That's what I'm like so pumped about.
After presents for me, it'd probably be that, and then, I mean, I'm going straight into Chrissy Ham.
Chrissy Ham's sick. Jesse,
Do you
who's
get
here-
it? Do you get it before Christmas?
Yeah,
Do you?
100%.
so you
fuck
just
yeah, bro.
so it's just leg ham
And just
for you.
chip away at it. But then Jesse's talking about glazing one this year.
I'd love that.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Jesse's
Glaze,
talked a
it's
big
heaps
game.
better.
She's been. I've never had a glazed ham. Jesse's been googling glazes. She was talking like a bourbon and honey kind of glaze.
Get her to
the other
do
day.
it
I
for
was like,
sure.
Yo, I
We're
hope you can hear
doing
this.
a honey and maple glaze.
That
Oh.
sounds. Yeah. So the food.
I hope my dad's
the
doing
food
that.
at Christmas time. I've actually got something to confess to you boys. I
Oh.
don't eat seafood.
Oh.
Oh, so I was going to point this out earlier because I know it's a pretty controversial topic, but the oysters thing. Isaac said he loves
Well,
oysters.
Oysters is huge. Like
So
prawn-
will you
prawns-
eat oysters?
No, like but oysters.
Oh,
is
really?
Like Christmas time.
I won't eat them either. I haven't tried them in forever. I'll try them on the show if you want.
Prawns and oysters is huge. Like at Christmas time.
You don't do prawns?
Don't eat prawns. Don't eat oysters.
Oysters, I understand. Prawns, I feel like you have
Can you
to
stop
eat.
spewing into the microphone?
You need that I'm a diva sound effect right now. So
There's a couple of moments where we should have the soundboard.
when we were younger, and I used to have the family with all the Christmas with all my family, they'd all get like beautiful cuts of like seafood. Like Uncle Grant would catch something, and they'd all eat it, and they would have steak just for me. Like my nan would go and get a steak just for me. So when everyone was having like prawns and shit, I would have a steak.
I'm not huge on seafood
bro.
either. Yeah,
I'm a diva, bro.
I'll get you your own Diva Bray soundbite too. I'm not big on seafood either, but prawns, 100%.
Nah.
Oysters, bro. Have you looked at one?
Yeah, they look like something I'd cough up after a Larry.
Isaac, how do you look at an oyster and go, "I'm gonna eat that"?
How do you look at a pussy and say,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
going to
eat that. They're similar. Kilpatrick,
Disagree.
I can understand because there's barbecue sauce and bacon.
I am the
That's
Kilpatrick.
barely an oyster.
Mate, nah, fuck off.
It looks like snot, man.
No,
Everyone
it doesn't.
knows
No,
it looks.
it doesn't. No,
Yes,
no.
it does.
You know
Google
what?
an oyster right.
Don't tell me how to do my life. I never was a fan of oysters until when I worked at the Gunya Hotel in Belmont,
The gunny.
and
The
there was
Gunya.
2 dozen oysters that were sent back to the kitchen because they didn't want Kilpatrick. They wanted something else, Mornay or
So
something.
you munched them.
And I munched them behind the bar, and I never looked back.
Wow.
I will try an oyster, but you can't deny they look fucking gross.
they're not like the most attractive looking things.
They look gross. They look gross.
Some things in life don't look attractive at the start, but then you get into them,
and then
you
you
start
marry
eating
them.
it. But then you start eating it, and you realise this is awesome.
Exactly. I'm still ordering pizza, by the way.
What's the? Have you ever like we're talking about Christmas Eve, like you can go too far on Christmas Eve. Have you ever like fully fucked up on Christmas Eve and been like potentially ruined Christmas?
I was too poor to. In Tamworth, Christmas Eve goes off. There's a Santa pub crawl, they call it.
Nice.
And everyone's just got Santa Claus hats, like Santa Claus like button-ups on.
Nice.
And it goes off in Tamworth.
Nice.
But never... I've been too poor to turn up too much.
That's good. That's all right. When I was in Ireland, they used to... So I was in Cork, which was like 2 hours south of Dublin. And they had a thing called... There was Barrack Street, and they had... It's just pubs. Just all these beautiful old... Like, the pubs are older than Australia. Like, they're incredible. And they used to do 12 pubs of Christmas. So 12 pints, 12 pubs. I know. I had...
And like the whole place knew about it?
It's just what
Yeah,
everyone did.
that's it.
And I had... Mate, I genuinely, in the month of December that I was there, I had probably 6 goes at it, like 9 pints, and then I would just like get paro and like disappear, and then you'd just be like destroyed, try and get up the next day and have another go, and it just, and then I remember one year, Isaac's on FaceTime. Hey.
He's
Isaac's on
FaceTiming Domino's.
Clary. He's FaceTime Domino's. He's on first name basis with the good people at Domino's. Hey, but yeah, and then another year. Fuck it. I'll tell this story. We
Rip in.
Me and my mate Matty.
Shout out to you, Matty.
Matty Hayes.
Dropping.
Nah, he's cool. Actually, no, I won't tell this story now.
Just shout out to you, Matty.
Actually, no, we can edit this. Can you?
Don't give me too much edit.
Can I? Oh, okay. I won't tell the story. No, you just got to edit out his surname.
Oh yeah.
Can you bleep his surname?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll say it again. So Matty. We call him bleep it all.
No, stop giving me shit.
I'll stop saying it.
Yeah.
So me and that's too much.
You and your mate.
Me and my mate. Yeah. Just giving
What time is this running?
Yeah.
I thought you fell there.
And
I nearly fell. 1, 3,
so we'd done the thing where it's like you'd done all the formalities through the day, and I was peak. I was like 25. It was like peak party time. And so we'd done the family thing, and we both text each other and said, "What are you doing now?" And he goes, "Nothing. What are you doing? You done with the family?" I said, "Come over." He goes, "I've got you a Christmas present," and I was like, "We've got you one as well." So he comes over, and
Did you just suck him off? Is that where this is going? I'm trying to work out.
We'd both bought each other bags.
So you may as well have just kept
This
it.
was Christmas night.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas,
and
just like the ones I used to know.
I know
Pops?
nothing about the rest of it.
So
no, I can
this was
fucking
Christmas night, Boxing Day. So a really good mate of mine and his family had moved to Brisbane, and we were going to visit them on Boxing Day. Boxing Day flight, 9 a.m. flight. Me and Matty have torn in on the bag till 7:30.
In the morning?
Yep. And then realise I'm like, oh shit, I have to go to fucking the airport right now.
8 ball.
Gone to the airport, like 2 Powerades, critical condition.
Got a lift there, obviously.
Got a lift to the air. No, I did. I genuinely got
okay.
picked up. The mate that I was fine with picked me up and we went up. And got to Brisbane, and then just the the penny drops on those things. You go, I've just ruined. I've come up here to visit my friends. I've ruined everything. These mates that I was going to visit were in the military. They were like So I got there and I was like, guys, I'm just going to level with you. I haven't been to bed. I'm fucked. And they're like, mate, we got you. Put me in the spare room with an IV drip.
Nice.
No.
Hooked me up to like a saline drip to hydrate me. Said, just come and see us when you're ready. So I like laid down for about 5 hours, put me on an IV drip, woke up, felt $1 million, got straight back on the piss.
Are they sick?
How
Are
good's
the
that?
IV drips like mad?
It was just like if you're going for a surgery or whatever, they give you an
yeah.
You can't eat, so it keeps you hydrated and keeps you. And they were like, look, you look like shit. You probably haven't had any water. I was like, I've had 2 Powerades. They're like, no, that's not going to do it. So they put me on an IV drip, and I slept for about 4 or 5 hours. A lot of nightmares and cold sweats, and then got up and was like, fuck, I actually feel pretty good. And they're like, yeah, let's go. And then,
Mate, we had that at Mad Monday one year. One of the boys worked in a hospital, and he nicked a few of the IV bags and was just hooking everyone up. So
you've had one too?
Yeah, 4 o'clock on a Mad Monday, we were just all sitting there. Yeah. But one of the boys was sniffing amyl nitrate at the same time.
Oh, the old yeah.
So I think it sort of like
Probably cancelled out any good that
Counteracted it, to be honest.
any
I don't know.
good that the bag was doing. The amble cancelled it out, but. Yeah, that's probably the most fucked up I've ever got at Christmas.
Well, I tell you what, boys, dinner's on its way, and I just wanted to say thank you for a great year. Big shout out to producer Lordy as well, who helped us out this year.
Yeah, shout out Lordy.
He did a great job.
He did. He did.
And I tell you what, this is the last episode of 2022, so thank you very much, everybody, for listening. I appreciate that. Shout out to the Patreons, $1 a month, you fucking tight asses. You get all this. Yeah, there's the $1 a month. Thank you very much, Gabo, Bluey. Couldn't do it without you. Wouldn't want to.
It's the best. It's like
the best
because we film. I don't know. Giving away. We'll peek behind the curtain. We film early in the week. We film Monday, Tuesday. It breaks my week up so nicely. Yeah. It's so good. Like I get to finish work. I get to come here. We have a few beers. We spin a few yarns, and we're very fortunate that we've got some good listeners, and we're very, very lucky.
So I think we're going to go up further into my backyard and take in the sights and the sounds of the beautiful area that I live in.
That could be a Patreon exclusive. No, that'll give you a dress one.
That'll dox you. We'll fuck them. But thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and a very Merry Christmas to you, and I hope you had a lovely day. So all the very best.
Anyone that's having Christmas by themselves at the moment, just enjoying this podcast with us, hope you have a great Christmas.
We love you.
Get in that ham.
I hope you have the wank of a lifetime.
Yeah, if you've got any drugs and alcohol around, get stuck straight into them.
Absolutely. But do it
responsibly.
All right.
Responsibly.
But until 2023, ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East, me dick stings. Tout au revoir. Bye-bye. See you later. See you, dickheads. Noot, noot. Bye-bye.